Collier & Thompson is where you go when you want your remodeling job done right the first time. Collier & Thompson doesn't just do large remodeling jobs. They do plenty of man caves, bars, offices, pretty much anything inside your home. Check out their 10,000 square foot showroom next to Uncle Bill's Pancake House on Manchester. Let them bring your dream remodel to reality. CollierandThompson.com.
Hey you, it's Dr. Pryor. If your mouth's been getting more action from late night pizza than it has from a toothbrush, it's time to come see me. At 100 West Dental, we know how to clean up your act and your smile. Whether it's overdue cleanings, a chipped tooth from a wild weekend, or just getting that fresh, I'm definitely not hungover grin, we got you covered. Look, we know you're not shy, so why shy away from getting your teeth right? Book your free consultation at 100westdental.com and let's give you something to smile about. Because hey, you deserve to be as smooth as Tim's golf swing.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan. I regret not managing my finances better in my 20s and my 30s. And now I see how crucial it is for achieving major life goals. Mark Hannon with Evergreen Wealth Strategies helps everyday people every day with their finances, discussing cash flow, liquidity, investments, insurance, and tax-efficient strategies. No matter your financial planning stage, Mark will boost your confidence and keep you on track. Learn more at evergreenstl.com.
Equitable Advisors, LLC, member FINRA, a broker-dealer and a SEC registered investment advisor. Equitable Financial Advisors and MI. Evergreen Wealth Strategies is not a registered investment advisor and does not provide tax advice.
Hustle and Heart Sports Performance is the one-stop shop for St. Louis area football-specific and athletic training located in O'Fallon, Missouri. Hustle and Heart utilizes the top trainers in St. Louis, led by its owner, 8-year NFL vet Pierre Desir. We have a 40-yard turf field, college-style weight room, red light sauna, and a state-of-the-art recovery room to service all of your athletes' needs. For more info, check out hustleandheartsportsperformance.com or call Dustin at 314-440-8457.
This is the one.
Honey, I think you're right. This house has everything we've ever dreamed of. A huge master bedroom, an open kitchen, and a backyard with a fire pit and built-in grill.
I can't believe it. Finally, our dream home. It's absolutely perfect for us.
We owe our realtor big time.
No, you don't. We're just doing our job. At the Jeff Lotman Group, helping you find your dream home is our top priority. Bringing people and properties together. Call us at 314-406-8911 or visit us online at jefflotman.com.
This is Eric Conley, the founder of Illinois Recovery Center. At Illinois Recovery Center, our substance abuse treatment goes beyond mere recovery. It's about reclaiming lives filled with purpose, joy, and connection. Our dedicated facility is more than just a place of healing. It's a beacon of hope for individuals seeking to reintegrate into society and thrive in their work, family, and community roles. Our team is ready to help. If you or someone you know wants more information about the Illinois Recovery Center, please visit illinoisrecoverycenter.com.
The choice of a lawyer is important and shouldn't be based on an ad.
After a serious car accident, people have two questions. Why me and what now? Well, no one knows why you, but I'm Terry Crouppen, and my law firm Brown & Crouppen sure can help with the what now. Car repairs, medical bills, lost wages, pain and suffering. We're Brown & Crouppen, and we've got all those answers. All you have to do is call 222-2222.
The world's largest sports book in Las Vegas is now right at your fingertips here in Illinois. Hi, I'm Derek Stevens. I'm a lifelong sports bettor, and I'm the owner of Circus Sports. We're excited about launching our Circus Sports app in Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high betting limits, tight money line splits, exceptional customer service, and more. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com. Start betting like a pro from anywhere in Illinois.
Biggie's Restaurant and Bar has been a staple of the community for over 30 years and is serving your favorites like a steak sandwich, waffle fries, and so much more. It's not just the food that's rocking. With a full bar and patio, Biggie's is the perfect spot for lunch, dinner, and a little laughter. Biggie's original hours are back. Open 11 a.m. till midnight, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And 11 a.m. till 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. Check out the full menu at biggiesrestaurant.com and stop in today.
KPN-TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day. Rise and shine, St. Louis. It's the Brown & Crouppen Morning After on KPN-TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. At the Morning After STL on YouTube and on TMASTL.com with Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Iggy Strode, and Action Jackson.
7:07 in St. Louis. You're listening to TMA. It's presented to you by Brown & Crouppen. Welcome to the Munganess St. Louis Acura, Munganess Burkhardt Alton Toyota 7 o'clock hour. Phone calls galore. Collier and Thompson phone line 636-9004 TMA. Texts galore. Schaefer Door Company text inbox 314-881 TMA5. Emails galore. The morning after at InsideSTL.com. And Doug, you will be issuing an apology for counting the Cardinals out.
Yeah. Right now, I realize the error of my ways. And no one's perfect. And I thought the team was probably out of it. And then to see them win last night and pick up a game on the Brewers and close within 10, I would like to. I'm afraid I've embarrassed my family and neighbors, relatives, and all those who know me by saying that. And I would like to come out right now and apologize.
Good.
And I think the Cardinals are definitely in the race now.
Nice. So you're talking Central. You're not even talking wild card.
I'm talking about winning the darn thing.
Yeah, because the Mets won too.
Yeah. 6.5 back in the wild card.
The Mets were being no hit in the 9th inning, and still won 6-2.
Resiliency.
Yeah.
By the way, the Cardinals are coming to a large belong.
But I certainly did like the Cardinals' 6-hit, 2-run attack.
Woot, woot.
Little W. Hello.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt. Take a listen.
I'd like to hear it. Hit the lever pail.
Fly ball center, well hit. Friedel going back, still going back. Can't get it. Hits off the wall. Ciani scores. Burleson stops at third. What a wild route by Ciani. And Goldschmidt with a bullet off the center field fence gives the Cardinals the lead.
Those 8,000 fans made a lot of noise.
Yeah, they seem to like it. Today's game could be another one of those that tests the limits of how few people can we get into the ballpark.
Busman's?
Busman special, school back, team, despite my earlier apology, probably not going anywhere. This could be a rough one.
Yeah. What do you think tickets will go for today?
Probably nothing. If you ask nicely, they'll probably hand you one.
You think you have to be polite, though?
Yep.
Hit the old game time app.
I wonder if any team has ever thought about just opening the gates. Say, here, just buy some soda and beer, please. Have yourself a hot dog or two.
Athletics, probably.
Doug, Paul Goldschmidt, not the only one to have a big night. As far as somebody who's worn the birds on the bat in the last year, here's Tyler O'Neill at Fenway Park.
Oh, no. Hit the lever.
Best ran home run. Swing to high drive. Way up there. Way back. Way gone. The Red Sox walk it off at Fenway. T.O. with an absolute moonshot. Number 30. And the Sox take the series against Baltimore.
They rip his shirt off again?
They poured ice water all over him.
30 home runs isn't that great. I mean,
Thank
we got
you.
a lot of outfielders who've done that.
Good for you.
Over the
We have
some-odd-year history.
Tommy Evans, 2 home runs from the Dodgers.
Yeah, that's where I was going next.
Oh, I'm
as a matter
sorry.
of fact, no, it's fine.
Tommy Edman to right field. Did you?
So that is his 4th home run in the last 2 nights. He has a 1,007 OPS for the month of September and 325 batting average with 4 home runs and 40 at bat.
Couldn't use him, although he was hurt almost all year. But he's one that we're gonna regret letting him go, I think.
Now, since it's only been about 40 days, the Tommy Edman, Eric Fetty deal had a damn near 1,000% approval rating.
Yeah, they had to do something. They had to get a
I like
pitcher.
to cut, and it's not like people were weeping regarding Tyler O'Neill leaving either, but it speaks to the overall continuing issue is players don't necessarily develop here, but they go elsewhere, and they do. In O'Neill's case, this is a decent sample size. In Edmonds' case, it's about 48 hours, although it's the month of September. Still, it's only 40 at-bats. But I like the Eric Fetty trade. I get why they did it. And I think we actually said the morning after, I'm concerned by how much people like the trade because oftentimes when the public is on one play, the opposite comes to fruition.
Well, they had to do it. They had to get a pitcher.
Well, they need a pitcher for next year. That's one of the other issues.
Yeah, but I still liked Edmund. I'm not saying they shouldn't have done the trade or it didn't make sense. I'm just saying I'm going to miss him.
He was just like really the only viable trade piece at the time.
Or it's who the Dodgers wanted anyway.
Who else? Yeah. Who else was like a guy you were confident would get someone decent in return?
Yeah, but does Tyler O'Neill hustle? Yeah. Checkmate. Go root for the Royals, doofuses. That's from Brian Henson, and he roots for the Colts.
They don't
But
even
overall, I
have
feel
a
pretty
club.
good about where the club is. Obviously,
Well, you shouldn't. You shouldn't.
Has he ever mentioned a sentence without using the word obviously?
Well, obviously, Fowler's established.
Yeah.
Kai, how'd your anal rejuvenation surgery go? How much cotton did the docs have to pack up there to accelerate the healing? Were the doctors able to suck out all of the recovering alcoholic seed remnants? Get well soon. You have a big wedding night ahead of you. That's from the Warson Woods Wacko. Did you get a chance to see Kai yesterday?
I did.
After he brought you the coffee.
Yep.
He bringing you anything today?
No.
Just a one-shot deal.
Yeah, he was just in the neighborhood.
Okay. And so you're going to see him tonight?
No.
Tomorrow night you will?
Tomorrow night I will.
What are you going to do?
It's like I don't know what you call it, the night before someone's wedding, not a rehearsal dinner, but like cocktails after the fact.
Oh, I see.
Cocktails after the fact?
Yeah, we'll call it that.
He's getting married tomorrow?
No, my buddy different friend is getting married Saturday.
Oh, I thought he just got engaged, did he?
Sweet Kai did. This is a different person.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I guess that's okay.
Do I need approval from everybody?
Yeah, you
My
do.
weekend plans?
Where are you going to go for this soiree?
The wedding?
No, this party tomorrow night. That's such a big bash.
It's in the Central West End.
No. Okay. Well, you'll have yourself quite a little time.
Hope so. It'll be fun. It's like the first wedding of one of my friends, so this is a...
Really? This is the first one to tie the knot.
But you were just at one like a month ago, Brad.
That was one of my buddy's sisters, his older sister. So my like my mom and dad were there too. Like this is like the first wedding I'm going to without like anybody in my family.
Oh, okay.
You got to bow out of some of these.
This is the first one.
I mean, friend's sister.
Yeah, like my best friend's sister, who I've known forever.
They get too expensive.
Weddings are a good time.
Yeah, I had a great time.
Mm-hmm.
You can bang some ass.
Oh,
Marty monogamy over here.
You gonna wear a suit of clothes?
You better believe it.
I always get a kick out of the fact when late afternoon, where a lot of these weddings are, people walk up dressed to the nines, barely speaking a word to anybody. Everyone's completely, perfectly behaved and quiet. 4 hours later, you got people with their clothes half off dancing on tables. The same people.
Yeah, well,
That's the magic of the demon rum.
I was about to say, our friend the Demon Rum. Yeah.
If you're bringing a male adult friend coffee as a male, you are a bottom. Thanks, Steve Wildwood. Doug, he won our Milagro Tequila Listener of the Year. Jackson, do you feel like that's accurate?
There could be some truth to it.
I don't know. I don't know if that passes the
You know,
smell test.
now that I think about it, if one of my buddies dropped off coffee for me, I'd be alarmed. But I didn't think through that at the time.
Have you ever thought about bringing coffee to one of your friends at work?
You guys just don't have an open heart. That's the problem here.
It's a different generation, I'll tell you that.
Just don't have an open heart. Just let love in. One time.
Have you ever brought coffee to a friend at work?
No, but we work so early. Like we're kind of busy during the coffee hours.
Well, take some time off and deliver some coffee to your friends.
Take some of my PTO, just deliver coffee.
That's right, yeah.
Like I'm St. Nicholas. I don't know about all that. I like doing this show. I don't want to take PTO for no reason.
Okay.
Is Herb going? Is Herb's gal going? That's from the Warson Woods Wacko.
No, this is a buddy from high school. Herb is a friend from college.
Okay.
How far do you have to go before you don't think it's right for somebody to bring you coffee?
That's a good question.
Chairman Steve, the action's back on you. Callier and Thompson, phone line 636-9004-TMA. Yeah, male make coffee is bizarre and completely weird. Doug, the sentence again. Yeah, period. Male make coffee is bizarre, period, and completely weird, period.
Your education's pretty bizarre, too.
question.
I'd say if you have to drive out of your way at all, then it's really weird. Maybe if you work next door or right down the block or something, I can almost give you a pass on that. It's still strange. But if you're going out of your way to deliver coffee to someone, a male friend, It's a little weird.
Doug, shut up.
Oh.
Stephen Wildwood says this bugs me more than it should. He really wants an investigation into Kai bringing you coffee. I mean,
grow up. That's what I say. Grow up.
Now, is it different if a female brings a male a coffee, or is it just a male bringing a male coffee?
Well, if they're in the courting stage, anything goes.
No, just a friend.
Well, then I would say they're probably engaging in coitus, or at least light hand play, wouldn't you say?
Probably so, yeah.
I don't know. We were out of coffee here one day, and the Rizzuto show always brings a pot in their into their studio. And I texted Lauren and said, "You got any coffee in there?" And she brought me a cup of coffee from the studio. Does that count?
No, that's fine. If you're all right there in the same studio, same.
All right, so it's the distance you're talking about.
Well, sure.
All right.
I don't care. If my buddy brought me coffee,
You seem to be brushing this off as though nothing happened.
Nothing did happen.
He brought you coffee. He went out of his way to bring you coffee while you were working.
Yeah.
And as quickly as he arrived, he left again.
That's right. I didn't even get to see him.
Didn't Steve bring Iggy coffee that angry little Mr. Smith bought? That's from the Loomster, Doug. He was a finalist for Listener of the Year, I think, 2 years ago. Didn't Steve, I guess Stephen Wildwood, bring Iggy coffee that angry little Mr. Smith bought? So Steve was like Uber Eats?
I believe that's correct, and that's a great memory because I believe Mr. Smith was going to bring it, and then Steve got a hold of Mr. Smith and said, "Look, I'm right there. I'll pick it up." And I think Steve brought it. So is Steve my bottom?
Oh!
Flip that off.
You're asking the right question.
Would you want that to be the case?
Yeah, would you like to top him?
No, I'm not gay.
Oh.
If I was gay, I'm sure I could do better than that.
Oh, gosh. What an insult.
All joking. Yeah, I'd probably bang him.
Oh, gee, many Christmas.
I like this.
Which hole is the most important to plug at this moment?
Mayor Don, Doug, has sent in this image from last night's Video Music Awards. Did you get a chance to watch it? Can you see it?
Missed it.
Is that the scissoring?
Oh, Lord. Who is that now?
It's Katy Perry and is that Doshi?
Yeah.
Oh, if you have to do that, then maybe your music's not good enough.
She received a Lifetime Achievement Award last night.
But if you have to resort to that, if that's what you have to do to get attention, your music probably needs to improve a little bit.
How old is she, like 39?
I believe Katy Perry's 39. Is Katy Perry 39?
I don't know.
All it takes to get a Lifetime Achievement? 39 years old?
Well, she's had a string of hits.
Name one.
I kissed a girl and I liked it.
Yeah.
That was like
Fireworks.
20 years ago, I feel.
2008. I feel like that was playing when Andy Dick accosted my friend, who's very good at PLO,
This Fireworks?
Lucas. Yeah, that was there. Was that 2009? 10?
California Girls, is that another one?
2010?
No.
Where do you accost your friend?
Teenage
Hard Rock Hotel, Matt. Rest in peace.
And then he got done with him and went to Joe?
Yeah, he had a big weekend. Well, he didn't go to Joe, per Joe. Joe woke up and Andy Dick was in his room.
Oh, gosh. Like a bad dream.
Can you imagine that? Sleeping, probably in his underwear, wakes up and...
If anybody who wasn't anybody I knew was in my room when I woke up, it'd be alarming. For it to be Andy Dick, it's exponentially more concerning. Now, the fact that the gentleman Joe is sharing a room with brought Andy Dick back to the room, that to me is where I would point the investigation. But I don't know if the statute of limitations is up.
And what were these other two gentlemen doing?
I don't have the answer. I was over there just about to win the World Series of Poker main event. I was focused on the cards in front of me and the players at the table. Don't play the cards, play the players, huh?
Okay.
I'm in me undies.
That's what Joe said. Quite a little trip.
I bought the coffee because I have the Starbucks app, but did not bring it, you effing idiot.
Oh.
That's from Chairman Steve.
See, he's upset because you said you wouldn't do him.
No, I remember the situation. I didn't know who brought the coffee and who bought it. I know that he was involved in it, though. I remember that.
Reminds me of the times Plowsy's babysitter would bring him McDonald's Vanilla Coke, Squeeze-Its, gummy worms, and juice boxes when he had a tummy ache. What a wild time. Best. That's from Nikki Smith, American Idol, 13th place.
Right. Well, it used to be in the old place, security wasn't quite as tight as it is here. A little harder to walk in right off the
a
street
free-for-all.
and get into the studio. People would bring us food frequently.
Yeah.
Well, there's nobody there to greet him. We didn't have a receptionist.
We had a little patio out there, and we had a cuck studio that went unused the whole time we were there.
Yeah, that was the concept behind that.
The thing with that door is any kind of card with a strip got you in. I would swipe my credit card and the door would open.
Really? Well, fun times. Lots of coffee.
It was a good time.
Lots of food.
Shaved years off my life. Mr. Smith is issuing a statement. Boy, this is a situation here with this coffee for Iggy. Steve paid. I brought it, though it was my idea in the first place. As for the telephone jockey who spews nonsense, telephone jockey. As for the telephone jockey who spews nonsense, his act is so tiring. Eye roll emoji. Grow the F up! Oh. That's from Smitty, February 2024, Milagro Tequila Lister of the Month.
Who's the telephone jockey?
What is a telephone jockey?
I don't know. Someone who spends a lot of time on the phone, I guess.
Is it like the receptionist? You can't be going after Jody.
No.
Maybe he's talking about Steve's phone calls.
Jody took a hit.
Yeah. God almighty. Doug, nobody's safe.
No.
No. Jody's not safe. Munganast is the sponsor of the 7 o'clock hour online at stlouisacura.com and altontoyota.com. It's Munganast, 314-252-0029. Doug, what do you love about Munganast? Give me one thing. Give me 20. I don't.
Something that everyone can appreciate is the service department. Because no matter what you drive or where you get your car, you're going to have it serviced and maintained over the years. And Munganast is just the best place to go. They have fabulous people that work there. Ryan Seiberg runs that service department. He'll take great care of you. All their people, extremely professional. They get you in, they get you out. Ah, yes, they. It's just a great place to have your car serviced or buy a car. New, used, whatever. They got it all. And just the professional way that they treat you, you're going to want to go back. And they've got great snacks, too, by the way.
I got this text from Matt Racchio, speaking of the service department. He sent me this yesterday afternoon. Took my car in yesterday. Ryan Seiberg took excellent care, made sure I got the things taken care of I needed to get. My inspection passed, let me know some of the other things to watch for, but never pushed, and always made me feel like I was getting a straight answer. Whether or not it meant a bigger bill for Munganast, they put me in a loaner while they got everything fixed. I'm picking it up on Thursday, and it's just another A-plus case dealing with Munganast, St. Louis Acura, and Munganast, Burkhardt, Alton, Toyota. There it is, another endorsement for the great Jamie Burkhardt, Peter Munganast, and in the service department, Ryan Seiberg. Online at stlouisacura.com and online at altontoyota.com. It's Munganast, sponsor of our 7 o'clock hour, official automotive provider of TMA and the Tim McKernan Show podcast, presenting sponsor of Balloon Party. Munganast, Burkhardt, Alton, Toyota.
If you tell them that you need a slightly bigger car to carry your tuba, they'll try to make that happen, too.
You think that's what that was about?
Yeah. Rocchio needs something with a lot of space back there for both the sousaphone when he's doing a marching band and the tuba when he's playing in the orchestra.
I could see that. Mm-hmm. Doug's giving takes, and when he's wearing the mittens, it means the take is hot. Do you want to support the EDF Group as a sponsor of Doug's mittens and of TMA? It's real simple. Do you have a fire extinguisher where you work? The answer is yes. You certainly do. So please email the EDF Group at fire@theedfgroup.com so a technician can come out and explain to your team how the EDF Group can save your company money. Again, that email address is fire@theedfgroup.com. The EDF Group is hot and will prevent your facility from having hot fires. Experience the EDF Group difference. Learn more at theedfgroup.com. Get involved in the program, 636-9004-TMA. We're just going to move to the front of the line.
Yeah.
The Callier and Thompson phone lines. Many are texting in, however, on the Schaefer Door Company text inbox 314-881-TMA5 and email in for our design, air, heating, and cooling email today, the morning after, at InsideSTL.com. Stephen Wildwood says, Rocchio probably brings coffee to his girlfriend at work. #pegging.
No.
There's a lot of accusations flying around.
I'm telling you.
Mr. Smith says he's referring to the Loomster who's a loser.
Oh.
So they're sideways.
The Loomster's a telephone jockey?
I guess so.
Okay.
Tough to keep all these battles straight.
There's so many wars. I need a flowchart.
Mm-hmm. And they're with like people using the most ridiculous names ever.
You don't like the name Mr. Smith?
Well, like the Loomster,
it's a long fry.
Well, think about it. I have a beef with the Loomster,
and he needs to apparently grow up.
Loomster's a good bowler.
There you go, Doug.
What's his average?
I don't know. I don't know if it's him or his brother shot his second 300 of 2024.
Really?
A couple months ago. They're both good bowlers.
All right, maybe they belong in the Hall of Fame.
I don't think they're that good.
Well, if he can handle a telephone and roll a 300, he's got some skills.
Sick game.
When was the last time you bowled, Doug?
Oh, it's probably been 4 years or so, 5 years. I'm not a good bowler.
I would think that would be something you and the Vaughn boys would do.
We did a lot of that, yeah. Used to. I'd say a lot of that. We'd go 3 or 4 times a year, probably.
If I could schedule Gobble Bowl a week earlier, Tim could bring Jameson up and they could bowl. You're always out of town.
I don't think I could bowl anymore without falling over. There's a lot of balance there on one leg after you throw the ball.
And you would fall over?
I think I would probably fall over, Wind up.
You know how many bowl games there are? I mean, it is amazing how many there are now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
It seems like that could have been counted before the show, before he made his point.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
It is kind of ridiculous.
Call in, big telephone jockey. That's from Mike Frisella in the YouTube chat.
33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41.
Yeah.
Counting the 2 playoffs.
Yeah.
We played that on
That's
live
a lot.
radio.
It's a lot.
Just counted to 41.
That's 82 teams, and there's only like 120 that play Division I football, right?
134 FBS teams.
All right.
I didn't ask the guy. I should have asked him for his name, but I was coming up the elevator this morning, and the guy that fills up the sodas was coming in too with one of the people that work in the building, not an employee of Hubbard, but of this property. And he said, "Oh, you a Tennessee fan?" I said, "No, I just matches the shirt." He goes, "I was just curious because I think he said my uncle led Alabama to, he's a quarterback on back-to-back Rose Bowl winning teams." I don't remember winning back-to-back Rose Bowls, but I should have asked him what his name was.
His uncle played for Alabama, you said?
Yeah, he said he led him to back-to-back Rose Bowl wins.
Was it like Ken Stabler? Joe Namath?
I don't think they ever won back-to-back Rose Bowls, so. Unless he's talking maybe back in the 20s or something, but I didn't ask him his name. What is?
He said it was his father?
I think he said his uncle.
His uncle. Well, it wouldn't be that far back in the 20s.
Could have been a great uncle.
Yeah, it'd have to be great.
I don't know. I didn't go into depth.
Well, I don't know why you brought it up if you didn't go into more depth.
He was playing number of bowl games, and this guy mentioned the Rose Bowl.
Okay. Elevator, elevator, it goes up, it goes down. Ah, yes, the elevator.
It was kind of a stretch to tie it in a bowl game.
That was beautiful.
It really was.
The hell is this guy talking about, fellas? That's some Tervis Parish.
I mentioned a guy whose uncle played quarterback for Alabama.
But we didn't get a name.
I don't know what the guy's name was.
How old was the guy?
I didn't get any information.
Just look by looking at him. What do you think he was?
He's enamored with my shoes, so he changed the conversation.
So was he 30 years old or so?
Yeah, I would say he's probably mid-30s.
Okay, so if his dad is mid-60s, he would have played in the 70s. His uncle, he would have played in the 70s.
When he played in the Sugar Bowl?
Well, Alabama didn't win back-to-back Rose Bowls in the 70s or
I don't
80s
know.
or 90s or 2000s.
Why don't you go get the guy and bring him in? Cross-examine him.
I went back in the break room to see if he's still there, and he was gone.
Oh, no.
Just as quick as he came.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Rocky or Roderick who had the nicest set of bolt-ons filling out their shirts? Gonna send a late-night Snapchat asking for their hand in marriage. Got me a bedazzled Brazzers mask shoved in my mouth and a set of designer sneaker slippers to capture hearts. Taterhead got the number, Henrique. Listen up as I call malarkey on the fella filling the vending machine telling a tale to pass time. Doug, that's Taterhead got the number, Henrique.
Oh, he told me in the elevator. He didn't tell me in the break room.
Well, the obvious question would have been, no fooling? Who's your uncle?
I feel bad that I didn't ask him what your uncle's name was, because I would have liked to know who he was.
Well, it probably wouldn't be very hard to find out when the last time Alabama won the Rose Bowl.
I looked it up. It was...
They won the national championship was a Rose Bowl game, I believe.
Gosh, I don't know.
I didn't bother looking it up because I don't know the guy's name anyway. So.
No. Yeah. Was the guy still here? You think he's in the building?
Yeah, maybe he's listening to the show. If you are, come back up. What was your uncle's name?
They won back-to-back Rose Bowls in 1926 and 1927.
Oh, God.
There you go.
That would have been great-grandfather.
They
or great
tied in
uncles.
27.
They did. Yep. So that was the only time they played in back-to-back Rose Bowls.
Guys, I talked to a delivery guy once, too. Would you like me to tell you about his uncle's college days? That's from the JV golf coach.
Did he tell you about his uncle's college days? Let us know.
Yeah, 636-9004-TMA. We're taking calls.
It's not usually a source of a lot of material on the show, but if you're in the elevator with someone who has a relative who played ball, let us know.
So, I mean, they won back-to-back BCS national championship games, but that was in 2012 and 13, so maybe his uncle's A.J. McCarron.
How about that?
Oh, God, I should have asked him that.
He's like the same age as A.J. McCarron.
Right, but, families have different situations.
Right.
Oh, gosh.
There's you've heard of, like, people like who have nieces and nephews who are older than them.
Right. I suppose that's the case.
Yeah.
A.J. McCarron, who himself was in this building a few months ago.
So Bill McCarron was in
Bill
here.
McCarron.
Okay.
Is filling up the soda pop.
That's probably how he got the gig. AJ came in here and said they got no soda. He called his uncle, and now his uncle has his job here. I think we pieced that together.
Yeah. Good work, Doug.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's nice to get that settled.
McCarron won back-to-back Rose Bowls?
National championship.
No, he said Rose Bowl. He didn't say national championship.
Oh, no.
Well, the last time they played in the Rose Bowl was in, like, the 30s. The SEC usually doesn't play in the Rose Bowl.
No. But if you go back to the 20s and 30s, the rules were different back then.
Wasn't one of the national championship games, though, was the Rose Bowl?
Yes, but they never played in one of those.
Okay.
But if he was in the 20s, he said they did win. Why are we even talking and worried about this?
Yeah, I didn't mean to give this guy that much
I'm thinking
attention.
now if they won back-to-back Rose Bowls, the last time was in the 20s, the guy would have had to have been born about 1910, 1909 maybe. So it's probably, we're talking great-uncles, great-great-uncles. Who knows? Why are we worried?
Maybe he lied.
He's upset the apple cart on this show. We were sailing right along.
Oh, my God. I was wrong, actually. They played in the Rose Bowl last year and lost to Michigan.
Oh. Well, that probably wasn't his uncle.
If I wouldn't have worn this Tennessee hat today, none of this would have happened.
Yeah. Look what the trouble it's got us into.
Rocky Top strikes again.
Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me.
You got Kent State this weekend.
Good old Rocky Top. Woo! Rocky Top.
I think I'm going to go to the Mizzou game Saturday.
How are you? Fight Tiger. 11:45 kickoff. Hello again, everybody.
It's a gold rush? Is that right?
Yeah.
Gotta wear gold.
Gold. I don't have a lot of gold.
I'll let you borrow my shoes.
I'm not going to wear gold shoes. Probably not the same size anyway.
8.5.
Yeah, I'm about a 9. All right.
It's going to be fun. You'll enjoy yourself.
I think it will be.
You got ducats?
Yeah.
Nice.
How'd you get those ducats for?
Friend gave them to me.
Nice, nice.
Did he drop them off to you with the coffee?
Yeah.
He didn't, no. Sent them to me on his phone.
Nice. That is nice.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be a good atmosphere.
It's another sellout, isn't it?
Yep. What's the weather looking like for...
Glorious.
Well, Doug, it should be good, but there's a little hurricane making its way up from the Mississippi River Delta. You like that?
You didn't have to say Delta.
You like that? I thought you might like that.
Yeah, well, chance of rain on...
Yeah, we got 50% chance of rain tomorrow, 40% chance of rain on Saturday, 55% chance of rain on Sunday. This is per the iPhone app.
And my iPhone app says differently. It says
Really?
Same iPhone app.
You in Columbia or are you in...
I'm in
where we
St.
are?
Louis.
Yeah, that's where I am too.
I looked in Columbia.
Saturday says no chance of rain on mine. Yours
What
says
the hell's
50%.
going on?
I don't know.
It's like one of those touts that used to have the phone numbers you would call.
Oh, yeah.
To get pics. So they just cover their bases.
Mm-hmm.
Columbia says no rain.
There you go, Doug. You're golden.
High of 82.
Ah, nice.
Good money.
You got a table at my house?
No. And I should wear Iggy's gold shoes?
Yeah, and the gold top.
Okay.
Maybe even gold pants.
I don't know that I have them.
It's a tough color.
Yeah.
Homecoming in Champaign this weekend. Wonder if I'll run into the towny I knocked up back in 2005. Dee and Darren made those townies ripe. It's from the recovering alcoholic from Belleville and Webster Groves.
They're already playing their... Aren't they In Lincoln? No, that's next week.
Tim, did you ever date a townie?
I engaged in coitus one evening with one who ironically cut my hair that evening.
Oh, afterwards?
Yeah.
That was awkward, wasn't it?
No, not really. Fun, good.
Okay.
Then I hit out like the Dickens when she would call.
No.
But I remember my friends when I walked into Quentin's, you called it Peach Pit After Dark.
No, I never did.
They're like, who's that? And I don't know. She cut my hair a couple hours ago at Columbia Mall, and I asked her out. I'm like, okay. And then we rogered a few times, like 4 times in the night, too, I guess, which, I could never do now. I'd be dead. Yeah. But, yeah, I guess that was a townie. Columbia Mall hairstylist.
Back at the Zai house?
No, this was not the Zai house. Now, which is the Delta Chi house, I believe.
Correct.
Yeah, they got a new name.
Yeah.
New fraternity. Couldn't behave yourself.
Well, we had a lot of transactions coming up from Cuba and South Florida that we had to tend to. We'll be back.
Yeah.
My son Greg lived next door at the Beta House, and he said one day a bunch of them were throwing a football around the Sigma Chi house right next door, and Drew Locke was out there.
Nice.
And some kid up in like the 3rd floor of the Sigma Chi house said, "Hey, Drew, throw it up here." And Drew Locke picked up the ball and threw about a 50-yard bullet right through about a 1-foot space open in the window. Hit the guy right in the hands.
Yeah.
Did he catch it?
Yeah, I don't know about that. But he said the throw couldn't have been more perfect.
Yeah.
Doug, Towny Straight Bang. That's from the recovering alcoholic from Belleville. So there you go. That's something to look forward to. It's an early kickoff, and then you can go look for Townies.
I'm not doing that.
Money there.
So if you're from St. Louis and you sleep with nobody other than people from St. Louis, are you just always banging townies?
That's a college town thing.
Yeah. I suppose if you're going to Wash U or something, or Webster, or you come here to go to college somewhere, and you meet someone from St. Louis, that'd be a townie.
Nah, if it's a bigger city, I don't think you can be classified a townie.
Well, what's the limit on the city size?
It's tough. I can't tell you that. If it's less than 1 million, if there's like less than 1 million in the area.
I bet they call us townies. And I say us like I'm involved somehow.
At Wash U?
I bet they do.
Maybe. I don't know.
Doug, back-to-back texts mad at you for telling the Drew Locke story again, and I have to say I probably was here when you've told it before, and I never heard it. Yeah. At least in my mind, I had never heard it.
It's been 10 years, probably.
Wait, somebody yelled at you for telling us?
That's right. Yeah. Big Tuft and the Loomster. Loomster's active today.
How could you remember? How much do you have to listen to this show to remember every 15-second story we've ever told over the last 10 years?
I don't remember that story.
I don't remember anything, but I enjoyed it.
I told it, but that's the way it went down anyway.
Well, we talk for 4 hours a day.
Yeah.
Done about 15,000 segments, as I determined.
And they get upset when they hear the same thing. How many stories do you think we got?
We're sitting here again talking about the same things.
Yep.
I plowed a townie a few months back. We went to an escape room, then back to our place in Open Sesame. That's from Mr. Big Cream. Doug, what does that mean?
An Open Sesame. Is that was the password?
Are these guys like 22? Because I don't think you can then plow townies if you're like in your mid-40s.
No.
If I had one of my friends tell me they slept with a townie, I'd go, oh, crap, we got to have an intervention.
You have to like re-enroll. I think you have to be an active student. To be,
you do?
Yeah, that's what I would
do. An ID card?
Yeah.
So I'm confused. Do you have to be a college student? Does it have to be a certain size? Because if I go to Florida and I sleep with a girl from Florida, am I banging a townie because I'm 60-something?
What town in Florida? Like Gainesville?
I'd say Lauderdale.
No, it's a college thing to call
FAU.
town.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying if someone came to a St. Louis area college and hooked up with a St. Louis person who wasn't going to that college, they might consider that St. Louis person a townie.
Okay.
I view it as like two people in their 20s, like 20 or 21 years old. One of them is they're both college-age students. One goes to university, one's just from the town, and they sleep together. That's banging a townie.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would describe.
Doug, in Bloomington, Indiana, they were called Cutters from the film Breaking Away with Dennis Quaid.
Oh, really? Sorry.
Is that right? Cutters?
Yeah.
Breaking Away? Good?
Good. Breaking Away's good.
I haven't seen that.
I like a bike riding movie.
And they were the Bloomington Townies, but they were called Cutters.
Why?
I don't know. I just know that's what goes on in the film. But my buddies in Indiana said that they called the townies Hilljacks.
That doesn't seem pleasant.
Yeah, because you call them a Hoosier, they don't really think anything there, you know?
Yeah, they take that as a compliment.
That's ironic, Doug. I was on the elevator, and the guy out on there said his uncle threw a ball through a fraternity house window. That's from Steve in Wildwood.
It's funny. So it would be weird. It would be unusual if, let's say, some 75-year-old man went on a trip to, say, Alabama.
Or Brown.
Tuscaloosa.
In Tuscaloosa, and came back to the retirement home. How was it, Steve?
Back to towny.
No, he would be
That
the
wouldn't
townie.
be it.
He would be the townie.
Nice.
Not
would
the
be-
University of Alabama student.
I'm confused with this whole towny thing.
Well, it's very simple. You go to college. Instead of fooling around with the other college kids at your college, you have a date with someone who just happens to live in that town. They don't go to school. They just live in that town. Pretty unusual, actually, I think. So instead of when they say, what sorority is your girlfriend? You go, well, she's not a sorority girl. She's a townie. I mean, she lives in that city, that town, but doesn't go to school.
So, like, we have many wealthy families who send their children from New York, who send their children to Washington University.
Mm-hmm.
So if we were to engage in coitus with a Wash U student from New York, would we be the townie?
Yes.
See there? All right, now you see, Iggy?
Now I get it. Okay.
So we're townies to people
We are
from
townies.
Manhattan who go to they go, St. Louis, a nice little college town. Where is it? It's in the
So
Midwest.
somebody from out of town goes to another town and bangs somebody from that town. They're the townie.
That's right.
Pretty much, yeah.
And you got to be at least in your 20s.
So when we creep around the campus at WashU there, for no reason at all to be there, we are creeping townies.
That's correct. We're creeping townies. When's that text?
First of all, you don't have a mom because you're not married, so your kids don't have that mom that you're dating. That'd be a townie.
4 times in one night, and she cut my hair. This revealed just 15 seconds after tuning in this morning. Guess I'm officially indoctrinated into what this show's about. Morning, boys and Doug. That's from Sharon and Clayton. Doug, you've met Sharon and Clayton.
I have. Delightful gal.
Friend of the show?
Well, I guess if she's texting in now, she must be.
Guys, are Stevens girls townies? No. I guess they can be, but they're going to Stevens.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they're from Columbia and they go to Stevens, I still think they would be a townie.
We all agree with that.
And that's considered a very prestigious college for
I think it's more of an arts,
Yeah, it's an arts.
music and design and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Then it used to be an all-girls.
Still is.
Yeah,
Still
it
is.
still is.
Now, I would also say that someone who goes to the University of Missouri but is from Columbia is still a townie.
Well, that would then fall under the umbrella of the Stevens College premise.
Right, but I'm like not the same college and not as big of a college. Because I had a buddy who did that.
I live down the street and walk my dogs all around WashU every day. You think students are thinking, there goes a townie walking her dogs? Just curious. That's from Sharon and Clayton. Sharon and Clayton very involved now.
Probably so. She's a townie.
My wife banged a townie. She moved here from Valpo to go to WashU when she hooked up with me. That's from Plowsy's dog guy.
Moved here from Valparaiso, Indiana?
Yeah, nice. Is that Homer Drew?
Yeah, one of the Drews.
And then Bryce Drew hit the three-pointer against
He did.
Ole Miss in '98, and Ole Miss was a 3 seed, and
I
Valparaiso
don't know
was a 4.
what seed they were, but he hit it from like half court or something.
Oh my God! He seriously didn't understand townie. Orson Woods Wackos had enough.
No, I don't.
You still don't get it?
No, I do now, but
Okay.
what do you call the people that work at carnivals? What are they called?
Carnies.
Carnies?
Yeah.
That's right, yeah. Have you hooked up with a carny?
Clip that off.
You're trying to think about it, aren't you?
I think I did at
You
St.
think
Mary
so?
Magdalene.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
But you were in 5th grade and
No, I was older. I don't know if we had sex. I think I took one out.
Okay.
She wasn't bad looking. She was working the Ferris wheel.
Yeah. Skip from town to town, setting up their rides and breaking them down.
Hey, carnies need love.
Dating townies.
How many townies banged out Kai in Columbia? That's from the Orson Woods Wacko. Boy, he's more dialed in on Kai than Mr. Licks these days.
Kyle got his now fiance. They started dating really early into college, so he's been a taken man for a while.
Okay.
Sharon and Clayton has issued a statement. Friend of the show, still debatable, but definitely friend of Doug. Sharon and Clayton.
yeah.
Bill.
I got the big eyes for you, Doug.
Yeah, the big guys. I like that. The big
I told
guys.
her I've met she and her husband at Blues games a couple times. They've said hello.
I can tell Doug's on his game today.
And let me tell you, she's about 27. She went to WashU. Now she lives right there. She's done very well for herself, has a place in Clayton. And you got the sense that she might enjoy Sapphic play.
No, I didn't get that sense. 27, maybe 35.
How about that, Jackson?
Girl Next Door of the Year candidate from Jefferson County.
Right, probably redundant.
They were home from Jeffco.
Fairview Heights Hooters hotbed.
Gosh, her grandmothers used to die at an alarming rate. Some of the girls would lose 3 and 4 grandmothers.
That's correct.
Just in one calendar year.
Hey, Sharon, what's your favorite fry? That's from Al in Dadeville. He's locked in. Big weekend for Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
They got to go through Lexington, Doug. Who's the quarterback for Kentucky? I can't figure it out.
The round mound of rebound or whatever the guy's name, Lorenzen.
Charles Barkley?
Remember Jared Lorenzen, who weighed 300-pound quarterback? Left-handed quarterback, Kentucky had.
Oh, the Pillsbury throw boy?
Yeah. One of the great nicknames of all time.
Guys, I think Sharon's become an old person name. Thanks. That's from the Reluctant Cuck.
I knew a Sharon or two.
Did you really?
More
Is this at Ladue or was this at Missouri?
Ladue, and I feel like Shannon though is like the more popular. It's close, but a lot of Shannons. But I knew Sharon.
Mm-hmm.
Not a name you hear very often nowadays. Seems like an older name.
What's it, Sharon?
Sharon.
Oh.
I have an Aunt Sharon.
Have you? Who'd she play for?
Who'd she play for?
Well, yeah, you're talking about
Rose
aunts.
Bowls?
Yeah. You don't see a lot of Kens anymore either, do you?
No, you don't.
Or Doug.
No.
Ken Ober. He hosted Remote Control on MTV. You ever watch that show?
No.
Adam Sandler. That's where he got his career started. Same with Colin Quinn.
Before SNL?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
I love Colin Quinn.
What's he doing now? What's he doing now, Doug?
I don't know. I haven't seen him in years.
Probably a podcast, I'm sure.
Think he's doing a podcast?
Right. He's funny, though.
The Kentucky quarterback was also known as the Hefty Lefty. That's from Wes Sutter of USA Mortgage.
I prefer Pillsbury throw boy.
I saw a picture of him. He's playing arena football or something, and now he's like 400 pounds. It's enormous.
I think he's dead.
Is he really?
I think so.
Oh, no.
No, are you sure you're not? You might be thinking of Colt Brennan. Remember him from Hawaii?
He finished fourth in the 2007 Heisman race. Chase Daniel was third, or did Chase Daniel finish fourth?
I think he finished
and
third.
Tim Tebow was in there? Tim Tebow?
Tebow.
Did Tebow win?
That year was
Probably.
2007 Heisman. Wasn't that...
Colt Brennan, Chase Daniel, Tim Tebow.
Yeah, Tim Tebow won, and Chase Daniel finished fourth. Colt Brennan finished third.
Wow.
Run DMC finished
Darren
second.
McFadden.
Huh.
What a backfield.
God, he had one game where he had like 320 yards rushing.
Was it Peyton Hillis and Felix Jones and Darren McFadden?
Peyton Hillis, ultimate Madden curse. Got put on the front of Madden and played 20 more snaps total.
Tim, you forgot about the best, Kari Wurr. That's from 636.
God, this was
She was good back in the day.
See?
So finishing below Daniel was Dennis Dixon from Oregon. He was sick. Pat White from West Virginia. Matt Ryan from Boston College. What up, PC? Glenn Dorsey at 9, and then Chris Long at 10. Chris Long finished.
Chris Long.
Really?
Yeah. That's a good Heisman.
Hey, Sharon, you ever wear the strap to service a young male Olivet lawn guy with a degree from Mizzou? That's from the Larson Woods Wacko. And I mean, this guy, once you're in his crosshairs, he's relentless.
And this is what happens when you dare text in or call in as a woman. The assaults, the verbal assaults, they begin almost immediately.
It was just a question.
Well.
He's getting a big head. Feels he can just text people and tell them to bring him a cigarette.
Who are we talking about now?
Or someone wacko. He was at the golf tournament and asked me to bring him a cigarette on hole 11.
Can everyone else tell us their aunt's names? Super interesting. Thanks, Dogtown Astrovan.
Well, we were talking about Sharon's. If you have an aunt named Sharon, let us know.
I don't.
I was banging a girl from Brentwood Lanes named Sharon.
Oh.
She had
There
a
you go,
club,
Doug.
She had a club foot.
Oh, it's so hot.
I've got some aunts with some weird names. Yuta.
Flossie.
Oma.
Oma?
Yuta. These are going way back now. We're going back early 1900s when they were born.
Covered wagon days.
Almost,
You think the wealthy dad who ushered his innocent daughter into the arms of Iggy while he was bussing tables at Raging Rivers Resort in Fat Cap in Libya considered Iggy to be a townie? Best, that's from Taterhead Got the Number, Enrique.
Yeah, I guess if...
you were at Raging Rivers Resort in Fat Camp, and this was in Libya? Was that Tripoli?
No, never been to Libya. No, I guess if one of the daughters that they fixed me up with could go home to her friends and say, I banged a townie, couldn't she?
Yeah, I'm sure she bragged about it. Her parents, too.
But I would be a townie, right? If she...
Yes, you would have been a townie.
But I lived there, but I wasn't born in Bermuda.
Yeah.
Caller Ellen is trying to have an intervention with Sharon. Sharon, happy to meet you and warn you what you are in for. That's from Caller Ellen.
Yeah.
So Sharon's been in there before.
Been where?
She's been in the text inbox before.
Yeah, but I feel like she's relatively new, but I don't know.
Yeah, I feel that to be the case.
This show just continues to bring in more and more female listeners.
Yeah, by the day.
I don't know if Shelley's in there today in the YouTube chat, but I mentioned Shelley Steiniger quite a bit on the show.
You have?
Yeah, my old Brentwood friend. And we had a nice chat yesterday. I haven't talked to her in a while, and I had a question about a concert.
What's your question?
Well, I wanted to know when we went to Iggy Pop, what grade we were in, because I wanted to try and figure out if that was my first concert. So we talked for like an hour and a half, and she said, well, I wish I was still in St. Louis. I could listen. I said, you can watch us every morning on YouTube.
You're reconnected with this gal.
So I don't know if she's in there or not watching.
Where's she living now?
North Carolina.
You thinking about making a trip to the Tar Heel State?
No.
No.
She comes in every once in a while to visit her mom, so she may.
See you then.
We'll have coffee next time she comes in. But she said she was going to watch today, so I don't know if she's in the YouTube chat or not. If you are, hi, Shell.
Well, hi, Shell.
And if she is, leave her alone.
Oh.
You don't know me very well if you think that I starve for attention.
Another banger story. Thanks, Boots. That's from ASMR Taylor 45, sponsor of the Sunsets at the Rose Bowl. I do not have an aunt named Sharon. Any hoodles. Hey, guys, bit of news just came across my desk. Colts will look to bounce back this week against the Packers or someone. That's from Brian Henson. What a report.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have a desk, so he probably never stepped foot in the Chronicle or whatever the Indianapolis Star.
Star. Yeah.
I don't know if there's a lot of brick and mortar newspaper buildings left.
Yeah, they probably don't have to go in there.
Why would you?
Somebody effing euthanize me. This is horrible. Send the Strode Man on vacation and free the gluten-free perk. It's from Brian Henson. He is active. And it's the Colts and Packers this weekend?
I didn't see who they played.
Colts take on the Packers this weekend.
Okay.
Was he traveling to Green Bay?
The game is at Lambeau.
It'll be fun for him. I wonder if he's ever been to Lambeau.
I haven't. That's
He
what I
has
missed.
never been to a game.
You think he's never been to a game?
He doesn't get a credential to cover the Colts,
I
trust
bet
me.
he does.
No,
How
he
can we
doesn't.
trust you on that? The papers send almost every sports reporter they have to the NFL
Well,
game.
he's not a sports reporter. He writes feature stories on high school people.
Well, I'm sure there's a role for
And
him.
there's nothing
on
wrong with that, but he doesn't go to Colts games.
You don't know that. He probably has a role with the team there.
I'm taking
on
a guess.
NFL Sundays.
Maybe in this town soft!
Oh. Remember when the Rams were here, the Post-Dispatch would have 4 or 5 different writers there.
Yeah, none of them covered high school. Stu Durando ever up there?
Like, was Stu Durando ever?
I don't. Probably so.
Probably not.
He's covering ILL and then SLU.
You guys are down on the scribes.
Shout outs too.
Jackson just gave a shout out. You can't say he's down.
Longtime family friend, Sue Durandis.
Design Air, Seth Goldcamp's a friend of the program. He's online at designairservice.com. Wonderful weather this week. Thanks, Seth, for the wonderful weather, and thank you for your wonderful HVAC service, the official HVAC provider of TMA. If you run into air conditioning issues, you just go to designairservice.com, and they will be out there quick. They will be out there fast. They'll be out there in a hurry. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling, official HVAC provider of TMA and the Tim McKernan Show podcast. Design Air Heating and Cooling. Seth Goldcamp, 4th generation. No upselling. I'm just going to fix it. That's it. And many in the audience know that. Doug and Iggy know it. I know it. We've been clients for a while now. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling online at designairservice.com. Jackson, tell somebody about Mark Cannon. Tell him about it now. Uh-oh. He's got a mouthful of man.
What in the world? What are you chewing?
Give me a moment.
See?
This is a plowsy thing. Let me have some more candy before I can continue.
I had a protein bar. Give me one moment. I don't want to choke.
What, do you have some sort of beverage? Can a friend maybe bring you some coffee?
Oh, yeah.
Where's
Kai?
It's enough, Vaughn. All right, let me bring the heat. Like Mark Hanna brings the heat every time you get on the phone with him. You can get on the phone with him. It's a 20-minute phone call to start it off. You just discuss your needs, what you might want out of a relationship with Mark Hanna, help build you out a financial plan, educate you along the way so you're not just throwing your money around and just, you're like, oh, trust me. No, that's not what he does. He educates each and every client on their plan. Then if you have to get in touch with Mark Hanna down the road, maybe you want to change up your plan, or maybe you just have a question. Mark Hanna loves talking to his clients and he conveys his message so well. That's why I love working with Mark Hanna. I think you will as well. Call Mark Hanna today.
314-889-0503. That's Mark Hanna of Evergreen Wealth Strategies, a longtime sponsor of both TMA and the Tim McKernan Show podcast. It's the Munganess, St. Louis Acura, Munganess, Burkhardt, Alton, Toyota, 7 o'clock hour. Coming up in our 9 o'clock hour, which is brought to you by 5P Academy and Hustle and Heart Sports Performance. We'll have the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email of the day. Kevin Miller has opened up a 3-goal lead.
Has he really?
3-goal lead.
Well, he's been hot.
This is something else. This is something to keep an eye on here. Just a lot of anecdotes about his buddy Butchie and some of the things that he did in the 1980s and 1990s that has really resonated with the judges so far this month. That's fun to watch him playing well. He can win a pair of tickets to Blues and Brews Friday, September 20th at the Anheuser-Busch Brewery. It's an outdoor street party featuring live music from country music star Matt Stell and St. Louis' own Charles Glenn Group. Send your emails and see if you can beat Kevin Miller. I don't know if you can right now.
No, he's
playing so
tough.
well.
Yeah,
it's like Scheffler in April. The morning after at InsideSTL.com. The morning after at InsideSTL.com. What's the equivalent of Towny and Carney for HD2 employees? You think Learn and Marshy are in the people who come in for Sound Story, and the weird thing you did when you let Jackson's friend from college host the show over Iggy go back and tell their friends and family they slummed it with the HD2s, that some taterhead got the number Henrique. Who's your buddy who hosted from college?
Probably Maddie. Perk. I talking perk.
Talking perk. Hey, Chairman, how's the IQ challenge looking?
I told you, my focus is on this missing hat.
Oh, what's going on with the missing hat?
I put
you obtained the security footage.
Yeah, I submitted a Freedom of Information Act request to get the footage.
Oh, did you?
So
with who? The U.S. government?
I'm not allowed to talk about it.
No. Wow. And what has the response been via counsel?
I'll get back to you on that, too. Everything's kind of fluid at this point.
Yeah.
Is that the truth?
I'm sure they're anxious to stop what they're doing and go through hours.
Well, we just need... No,
We got a window.
Yeah, we just need the 1 hour.
10 to 11 on Thursday, September 5th, 2024. And we just need the camera of the hallway here.
And I was pointed in the right direction yesterday, so...
Really?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Just, asking around a little bit, doing a little recon and figuring out the next steps.
Wow. Okay. So you really think you're going to get this?
I think so.
Do you, really?
I do.
Holy crap.
I'll be darned.
This is going to be a big moment.
What's this hat look like again?
Trucker.
It's
Trucker. This was the cap that I was going to wear. But it was swiped while Jackson and I were doing balloon party.
Right.
Okay.
And Chairman's got to get the footage. I didn't even know there was
recon.
footage. Yeah.
I was going to let it go, but I know how bad you wanted that hat, and I'm just...
Thank you. Absolutely. I've never been angrier.
Yeah, it's kind of... we just need the 1 hour, and whoever came into the studio will probably see them leave with the hat. Or if not, just if you went in and out, then we can at least start the questioning process.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're going to see me because you won't see me with the hat, but when I get done with editing, I have to come back in here because I usually leave my phone and my coffee cup in here.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we're looking for a person, not any of the 5 of us.
This is going to be a Dave Grohl moment for whatever person on the show stole this hat. That's from Todd Reesing. What's a Dave Grohl moment?
Didn't he just have a child out of wedlock?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he admitted to it. He didn't get caught. He went on Instagram and said that I have a daughter out of wedlock. So I don't know if it'd be a Dave Grohl moment.
One of us has had a daughter out of wedlock?
That's the only thing that's like the most recent thing in the news about Dave Grohl, so I figured that to be the case.
I will say, though, if the hat appears back in that studio we can forget about this. But
Sure.
Wow. And you're kind of like a gangster.
Why? They can just get a video, see who put the hat back in here.
Nice.
Yeah. We're trying to get the hat back.
Must be a valuable sky piece.
Chapeau.
I just like to protect La Cosa Nostra.
Like the field.
Okay.
Iggy sounds suddenly nervous about all this. That's from Beer Cats.
Do I?
Beer Cats, you can call in 636-9004 TMA.
Yeah, Iggy's not a trucker hat kind of guy.
No, and I got the other one that I wanted. I got the blue one that I like, the really soft material.
Stepdad.
Yeah. This is kind of a trucker's hat. I don't like it.
It's a fine hat.
I wouldn't call that would you call that a trucker hat, the Tennessee hat that Iggy's wearing?
No.
What the hell's the thing on the back? What's on the back? I don't even know.
Some dog or something.
Spin around.
Spin, spin, sugar,
Smoky.
sugar,
Would be
sugar.
Smoky.
Oh, Smoky, because I got this in Gatlinburg, so.
You had quite a time in Gatlinburg.
Here comes the Gatlinburg story. No, I bought it in Gatlinburg, but
It has to be noted that the last time Perk came in, the resident 65-year-old pervert showed her a picture of himself in a banana hammock when he was younger. The problem is that you were all so used to Ken being that weird all the time that I don't think it even registers how creepy that was. Thanks. That's from Arbor Day, who won the Milagro Tequila Texture of the Year in 2023.
No, but y'all keep bringing it up.
So it's on them.
No, so it worked. It was just fodder for the show, and it seems to work because they all keep talking about it.
So wait, you're saying that was that the whole
Why else would I
purpose of
show
it?
her a picture of me in a
Well, you did it off
Put
the
that
air, so how could you say it was going to be show fodder?
Because I knew she'd talk about it.
I don't think she did.
A picture.
I don't think she did, though.
I think I did.
Why did somebody bring it up? You just can't let that go.
No.
What do you think was going to... What do you think was going to happen?
It was an HR violation.
Why do you think I did it? You think if she sees me in this, she's probably going to want to date me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're crazy.
It's an HR violation.
She doesn't work here.
It doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
Well, she was working here that day.
Hear the things she talks about on the air? Play some of those drops.
I don't. You still
I can
can't.
file a violation.
I don't think so.
You're going to file litigation against gluten-free Perk?
She may be uncomfortable talking about whatever the things she talked about.
If you just don't think about it too much, though, it all makes sense.
Oh, brother.
I think she mentioned the word handy at one point.
Oh, but you still can't. You can't show women scantily clad pictures of yourself.
I'm in me undies.
Yeah.
So every time I post a picture, that Speedo picture on Facebook, I could get sued because.
Well, you're not doing that at work.
Well, it was part of the show.
All right. I would just caution you in the future.
Just
doing that.
don't worry about me.
No.
I'm just gonna.
Frank, would you say this statement is accurate? Doug Vaughn, Big Ego, Small Johnson.
Stop it,
Cannot
Frank!
Confirm or deny?
There you go. Take him to court. Every time
that could be litigation right there.
Every time somebody sends in the Mark McGuire penis picture, I'm going to sue you.
Damn it! Now we're going to get it.
How was it fodder for the show if it was done off the air? Some Kwame Voyukas IV.
How many people have talked about it?
Kwame Voyukas IV, call in 636-9004, TMA, Callier and Thompson phone lines.
That seems a little results oriented.
A Dave Grohl moment means a change of our opinion about someone moment. My wife is heartbroken about Dave Grohl. That's from Todd Reesing, Doug, 2007 Kansas quarterback.
Okay. Heartbroken because he had a child out of wedlock?
I gather that's what Todd Reesing's referring to.
Okay.
Todd Reesing, call in 636-9004.
And that would be an unusual thing for a rock star? Probably not.
Are you saying that musicians are not all about Marty monogamy like Jackson is?
There's one or two of them, perhaps, that have fallen into that trap.
The only question I have is that you've been married for 23 years. You got three daughters. Wouldn't you wear a condom?
Yeah, you would think.
Why would you take a chance of getting somebody pregnant?
I don't know.
Don't get it.
I don't know.
You're going to practice safe sex. You would think you would wear a condom, but...
Yeah.
There's nothing better than wearing a condom.
Okay, Jay. Gosh.
I don't know what this means, but it's from Carlos Spiceweiner, and you said he's going to go into the Hall of Fame?
I think he could, yeah.
Putting my money on it being some dork from the Reddit page wanting to complete their effigy of Tim to be hated on at the next SADS and HD2 radio industry experts meeting at the Stratford Inn?
Possible. Very possible.
As in the person who took the hat?
They wouldn't have access.
Yeah, because the Stratford Inn isn't
But then
there
Jody would have to be complicit to let him in the building.
Right.
Wow.
No,
this
this was-
investigation now.
This was definitely done by someone who would be in the building at the time.
Yeah,
when
the
it's
killer's
supposed
in
to
the
be.
house.
Yeah, right. There's no way just a rando would roll in here and pick it up. At least I would think. I'm not accusing anybody, but someone took the hat. Someone has sticky fingers.
Who wears condoms? Thanks, that's from B-Mac.
A lot of people.
Well, I would think if you're dating someone you don't know and you have sex, you'd put one on, wouldn't you?
There probably wasn't much of a date involved.
Regardless, you're not married to the girl. You don't want to get her pregnant. You have a wife. I
Right.
think you'd wear a condom.
Yeah.
I'm not condoning that you had sex with a girl. You can do as you want. I don't care. But if you're going to have premarital sex, you'd think you'd put a condom on. Some of these basketball players have 10 kids with 9 different women. You'd think they'd wear a condom every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, guys. Did you all talk about the clothes scissoring from the VMAs last night yet? Thanks. That's from the 636. We did cover it.
Touched on it.
Enjoyed it.
Yeah.
They also kind of made out a little bit. Did you see that? They also
I didn't see it.
It was pretty sapphic. Can't lie. But she's been known to dabble. I mean, her first hit was that song about kissing another girl.
Yeah, but, I mean, was that just performative, or does she really engage in soft skin play?
Well, she certainly is with a man, which is, of course, gross. But
ick.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is Taylor Swift there?
Taylor Swift was there, actually. Anything else on that?
No, I'm just curious if she's there. A lot of times these stars get really big. They stop going to these MTV things.
Mm-hmm.
Condoms are for conks. That's from Sweet Sweet Kai.
Well, if you're in a long-term relationship, maybe. But if you don't know the person that well, it's always good to practice safe sex.
Mm-hmm.
Not just for pregnancy issues, but, venereal disease.
Hygiene.
Sure.
Okay.
Should we have some TMA branded condoms?
Oh, I don't know.
Doug's face.
For our audience, they're probably completely unnecessary.
That sounds like an incel reference.
I don't think you can make them that small.
Oh!
A condom? What am I, a sailor? That's some big tuft.
Howdy, sailor, new in town?
Also.
I guess nobody wears condoms anymore. Go to a bar, you pick up some strange girl, and you don't wear a condom?
Taylor Swift and Dave Grohl are woke loser Kamala Simps. That's from Eric in the Central West End. It's like Michael Jackson going.
You can turn anything into a political thing.
It's his whole identity.
Anything at all.
As soon as she went to her Instagram and said she was going to vote for Kamala, 337,000 people registered to vote from her website. God,
You can register from her website?
I think she had a link on her website where you could register to vote, and 337,000 people.
Taylor Swift's registering voters. What he's reporting.
No, she put a link on
TMA is reporting Taylor Swift.
She put a link on her thing where you could
I
click
work for the Riz Show.
to register to vote.
It wouldn't surprise me that all the tenants in Ken's apartment complex, which was voted paradise for the poor and actively divorced, are draped in stolen TMA trucker hats. It's some glove blogger, Tom Traven.
Draped.
There was only one trucker hat.
No, there's only one person. My neighbor, I gave her a TMA, I think it was a tie-dye shirt we made.
We had a tie-dye shirt?
No. We've never had a tie-dye shirt.
I remember it being different colors. It was in my
Maybe
closet.
we did a remote for Dead and Company, but we have not. We have never made a tie-dye shirt. We had the St. Patrick's Day shirt. Those were
It was
great.
different colors. It said TMA, and I said, here, you can have this. Wear it, put it on Facebook, see if any of your friends know about this show.
Is that like the Temu TMA shirt? They probably make one of those up real quick. Maybe we should go tie-dye, Doug. Bill Walton.
I
Rest
never
in
wore a
peace.
tie-dyed outfit.
Yeah, that would surprise me.
That was kind of a hippie thing.
Yeah. Dogtown Ty, who won the J. Randolph Jr. Fan Page Club Championship in 2023 and 2024. A lot of people think he's going to win a three-peat.
I think so.
Says there was an Iggy quote from TMA all day on last night. Quote, you didn't wear condoms back then because you didn't have to worry about as much STDs, end quote.
Yeah, back then. Dave Grohl just had a kid like a week ago. That's not back then.
Dogtown Ty, you can call in and we can relive your wins.
Well, when you get to be at that level of star and that much money, you have to be especially careful because there's women who will try to trap you into getting pregnant so that they can get in on the gravy train of cash.
Yeah, somebody said, I don't know, somebody did an article talking to some of these women that have had kids with basketball players and not married to them. And they said what some of them do is the athletes don't flush the condom, they throw it in the trash can, and the girl gets it, and that's how she impregnates herself.
That's why you put hot sauce in it.
Hot sauce.
What does that do?
Kills the little spermies.
Oh.
Oh, I loved it. I rubbed it on myself.
And you would insist on a DNA test every time, right? So every time some girl said that she was pregnant with your child, if you're an NBA player,
oh, of course.
NFL.
I don't think you just take their word for it. Because it's going to cost you some money, so want to make sure before you pay.
But of all the groupies that have followed you around, have you had that issue at all?
What's that?
Women throwing themselves at you, just hoping to bear your child?
No. What would they have gotten if out of me?
I don't know. But parents in Bermuda certainly wanted you to spread your seed a little bit.
I don't believe they're hoping she got pregnant.
Oh. Okay.
They were probably naive and didn't even think we'd have sex. Yeah. Just take her out and show her the town.
Right.
How wrong they were.
How wrong they were.
Poor gal. Poor gal.
That's their fault.
It's not your fault if you want to go to Family Golf and Learning Center today. The conditions will be pristine, and you can get working. Oh, look. All of a sudden, my handicap's going down because I use the short game area, which is glorious, and I can hit 100-yard pitch shots like a champion. Oh, let me get some sand work in as well. That's what you can do at Family Golf. Or you can just sit there and bang driver all day. I don't care.
Oh, that's fun, too.
You're going to hit maybe 12, 13 drivers at the most per 18 holes, but go ahead. Hit driver all day. It's exhausting. Let's get out the putter, let's get out the wedges, and let's get better. It's up to you if you want to do it.
Okay.
FamilyGolfOnline.com.
Pale's eating more candy.
Play your best golf. You got another... Yeah, you do.
I mean,
is that a Bear Bells?
Bear Bells.
Oh, it's Bear Bells, Doug.
I popped my mic down so you can't hear me.
Oh, I heard the smacking of the lips.
That's external. You're just worry about you over there.
Oh, gosh, this guy's getting an attitude.
Yes.
Just worry about you over there, Big Blue.
Big Blue. Big Blue Nation. Shocking the world this weekend, beating Georgia. Somebody has sent in a link of Dave Grohl talking about Wimbledon on TMZ.
He was at Wimbledon with his wife. And sitting with the Beckhams in the Royal Box, I believe.
Oh. The Royal Box.
What happened at Wimbledon?
I don't know. He just went.
Trying to find out.
That'd be a fun thing to see once in a lifetime.
Yeah. Strawberries and cream.
I am super safe when it comes to casual sex. I don't use condoms, but I feed my boyfriend a Plan B smoothie in the morning, even though I'm the one receiving. That's from Roy Pepperpaws.
I don't know if that would do much.
What does a smoothie do?
Well, if you're a guy taking Plan B, you're just doing that for recreation. Like, I like Plan B for the flavor. It's not really going to do anything for you.
And I think you can't get your boyfriend pregnant, so you're safe there, too.
Doug's work husband.
I haven't got a work husband.
Good morning. Is it Wimbledon or Wimbledon? Thanks. That's Brian Henshin, who will be at Lambeau Field.
Wimbledon. I just think once in my life, I think I'd kind of like to do that.
Yeah, sure.
Well, we do a remote. I would imagine they'd love to have us there.
Oh, yeah, they'd throw out the red carpet.
Would you rather do that or go to the Flushing Queens for the U.S. Open?
Wimbledon.
Yeah, agreed. Or Australia.
I'm not much interested in New York.
Really?
It's a little much for me.
I just don't get that quote. Were there not STDs in the 70s or 80s? That's Dogtown Ty, who won the J. Randolph Jr.
Yeah, of course
Fan Page Club Championship.
Of course there were.
Yeah, but you didn't worry about it back then.
Well, you didn't worry about it.
Oh, I never had an STD.
Doug?
Yeah.
But I don't think people really worried about it back then. But then when you see that you could get syphilis and all this other stuff, then people started...
Well, that's been around forever, those diseases.
Well, my whole point was why you don't want to get anybody pregnant. Hey, it's your own choice if you want to get a disease. That's up to you.
Right.
But if you don't want to get somebody pregnant, you wear a condom, especially if you're married.
Well, the
It's a
big
good pro tip.
The big fear, a little after our college days, became AIDS,
Yeah.
and that's when everybody was wearing protection, or should have been.
Yeah,
But that wasn't around when we were in our 20s.
Yeah, but you go back to the late 60s, summer of love. I mean, nobody's wearing condoms. I mean, I'm sure they had condoms.
Oh, they had them.
Think there was a lot of anal in?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I can't imagine. Like, I think there's been a drastic uptick, but I have no numbers to base that on.
Yeah, I think so.
Think so? There's been a drastic uptick?
Yeah, I think back then.
How would you know?
People thought
I
that
know.
was,
Like, he's got it right here.
people thought that was dirty. And even women thought, is that a gay thing?
Really?
I just think they were a little leery of doing it back then.
Well, I don't know. It's an important issue. Was that me?
That was me.
Oh. Okay.
AT&T and Microsoft Outlook outage. Shut it down. That's from the recovering alcoholic from Belleville, Webster Grove.
What does that mean?
I got AT&T. Is it working?
I like Plan B for the flavor. That was an all-time sentence from Pale. That's from Felix Jose's Dirty Boy Panties.
Well, what would be the point of a guy taking Plan B?
Recreational use?
It's like the horse is already out of the barn there.
Right. Well, yeah. I don't see what the point is.
You didn't worry about AIDS in the 1980s? Brilliant. That's from Beer Cats, Milagro Tequila Listener of the Month, January 2023.
You're talking about 70s. No, it wasn't. I don't think it was
I
around.
think we mentioned the 70s. I mean, I think, what is the first time you heard about AIDS with Rock Hudson, probably?
Maybe. And then Magic Johnson shocked the world when he announced that he had it.
That was in the early 90s.
Early
right?
90s. And,
But I think Rock Hudson was in the
I think that was the 80s.
early, mid-80s.
Yeah.
We were talking 70s, Beer Cats, so keep up.
Hey.
Doug Boise State's going to the Pac-12.
I saw that, along with Fresno State, San
Colorado
Diego
State.
State, and Colorado State, all the states.
So Pac-12 making the big comeback.
Now they'll have 6 schools.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, because so technically Wazoo and Oregon State are still in the Pac-12. Like it says,
That's right.
It says Pac-12
But
on
it's
their
only
field.
Pac-2.
Pac-2, right?
That's right.
But
So they
they're
play
gonna-
each other every week.
It's like the Mountain West is essentially like breaking off to contribute to the Pac-12.
I just hate it. The Pac-12 was so tidy. It made so much sense.
Conference of Champions.
Yeah.
Bill Walton would always say that. His like top 25 in basketball was always just like the 12 teams in the Pac-12 and the top 12.
It was just a perfect geographical conference. It's absolutely what it should have been.
Then you should have been watching those late night games. You're part of the reason.
I'm not part of the reason.
You never watched those UCLA Washington State games.
No, I really didn't.
Yeah, and now look at you.
But millions of people did who lived there. They didn't watch Missouri games.
Their loss. What's up, BC? What's up, Bill O'Brien?
I don't understand why male celebrities and athletes don't get snipped immediately once they start making millions. Thanks, Hunchback of One Castle.
They might want kids.
Hunchback of One Castle, you can call in.
Might want to start a family.
Claiming an outage, the ultimate Hoosier procrastinator excuse for not working. That's from the Crestwood Coyote.
Well, if you don't have internet access, it's probably tough to work in a lot of places.
5G, mister.
No, we did just get an email from our IT guy saying that didn't mention AT&T, but he mentioned Microsoft is having problems.
There you go.
Okay.
Recovering alcoholic, he's all over it.
All right.
It's not going to hinder us.
Yeah.
We just keep on
We'll plow
plowing.
ahead. That's what we'll do.
Yeah, I like it.
They try to keep us down, but they can't.
Okay.
We get knocked down, but we get up again.
Chumbawamba?
Mm-hmm.
Tub thumping. 90s.
I don't know the years, Tim.
I'll say 90s. I'll say 96 because I'm virtually certain it wasn't 98.
It was 1997.
That's what I thought, but I didn't think it was 98. Do you like that song? The one hit wonder, Chumbawamba,
Oh,
wouldn't
it's
you
kind
say?
of fun. It's kind of fun.
I get knocked down.
Stephen Wildwood's reporting Outlook just came back.
These are our internet correspondents.
Jackson, when's your start date with 670 the score? That's from coaches John and Dean Ellis.
I've decided to stick around these parts.
Oh, my God!
You're not
Tweet
leaving?
out the DiCaprio gif.
Yep. We came to an agreement here at Hubbard, and yeah, I'm going to be staying here.
Jackson is not going to Chicago. Wow.
Yeah. Well, you answer the transfer portal just to, take a look, survey.
Wet your beak.
Yeah, see what's going on. Do you want me? Where's that? Can I get a chain off of you? No? All right, I'll stay where I'm at.
A chain?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Some ice. Like Shedeur Sanders, Whoop.
No, I don't know anything that you're talking about right now.
Once again,
Can I get some
Mr.
ice?
Pac-12 over here doesn't know about former Colorado quarterback.
Fresno State Bulldog.
You want chain and ice?
Yeah. If I'm going to enter the transfer portal, I got to get taken care of.
You're just talking about money.
Yeah.
But too cool to say money, so you got to say
I'm
ice.
talking about a necklace.
You want a necklace, do you?
I just...
Bless your heart.
You said you lost your virginity after high school. You weren't having much sex in the 70s. Then no? So the 80s was the time you were having sex, and you should have been wearing condoms. Keep up!
Oh.
It's from Beer Cats.
Gosh.
And who said I wasn't wearing condoms in the 80s?
Beer Cats. You can call in 636-900-14. We'll move you to the front of the line.
I don't know
I lost
who
my
said
virginity in the 70s. And I didn't wear a condom when I lost my virginity.
Nice.
I wasn't that. My first time having sex, I think I'm going to have a condom. No, and that was the 70s. That is probably 76.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, maybe you did have a child from that union.
I wouldn't have recognized her if I saw her the next night in the bar.
Doesn't matter. You might recognize,
But I know your
a child.
first orgasm was to the dude you were going to let take your virginity was reading penthouse letters.
Again, that was in the book.
That's when humans are really fertile. That's when you got to be careful. A lot of girls say, it was the first time we did it in high school, and it's absolutely true, because that's biologically, that's about when you're supposed to start having your kids.
Well, I wasn't worried about kids. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the VMA winners from last night.
Okay, sorry. Sorry to interrupt you.
Who do you like?
I don't recognize 90% of them.
Doug, is it Tyla or is it pronounced Shyla?
I didn't
Even though
watch
it's
it.
spelled Tyla.
Don't know.
Somebody named Smoozy.
Shabuzi, probably.
Shabuzi, the bar song.
Yeah, that's the cover of Jaquan, friend of the show, who brought us Joshua. It's all coming full circle now for us,
Sure
Doug.
is.
New artist, somebody named Campbell, I think.
Glenn Campbell.
Glenn Campbell.
Chapel Roan.
From Springfield, Missouri.
H-O-T-T-O-G-O.
Ned's.
I would imagine that she is friends with Ned Reynolds.
Congratulations to Chapel Roan. Been on our show many times.
Why are the Beer Cat boys obsessed with Iggy's penis? That's from the Hunchback of Moncastle.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
Add them to the list of the
Kinda
penis
weird.
coattails.
Yeah. Just riding the penis coattails.
Ride Iggy's jock to greatness.
It is upset that I've had way more sex than you've had.
Well, you don't know that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know that.
How do you know?
Well, for one, Little Beer Cats is a virgin. So I
How do you
I
know
had more
that?
than him.
How do you know that?
Well, he's what, 19 years old, and all he does is talk about having gay sex with you?
I don't know that.
That's not going to help you get laid
I don't know if that's the
by
case.
a woman.
I think he's older than 19.
Well, he acts like a 12-year-old.
You could say that for a lot of us.
Yeah.
So does his dad for that.
Oh, gosh, don't take
Nobody
a shot
wants to
at
have
him.
sex with me now.
Katy Perry, who tripped last night on stage, and I had to explain it to my boy.
She's one of the best-selling music artists of all time.
Katy Perry is around.
Having sold over 143 million units worldwide.
Units.
Doug, do you like her with the long dark hair or the short blonde hair?
Long dark hair.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with
That's
you.
what we got used to seeing her in. So now, if she doesn't have that look, it seems like it's not right.
I like Dr. Brandon Pryor with his short dark hair.
Oh, you do?
Yep, he's online at
He just wants to
100westdental.com.
fix teeth. Leave him alone.
He comes in here and the audience flirts with him.
I know.
100westdental.com, or you can call 636-585-0100. No dental insurance? That's not a problem. The membership plan at 100 West Dental aids in the cost of dental work for those that do not have dental insurance. I visited the 100 West Dental offices last week. Wow. Doug, I get it now, and I see in the bullet points they have the most modern technology with the patient experience at the front of mind. It does not look like what you think of when you think of a dentist office.
No.
It looks like a salon.
Oh, really?
That's what it looks like. It looks like a salon. Not that I've been in a salon in the last couple decades.
Yeah.
That's what I think a salon would look like.
Okay.
100 West Dental. And keep this in mind. Dental health applies well beyond just your teeth and your gums. It can affect the rest of your body. You got to get it taken care of, even though most people go, I don't want to go to the dentist. 100 West Dental will take great care of you. Plus, they give you an offer of $1,000 off an Invisalign package if you mention my name. It's 100westdental.com, or you can call 636-585-0100. You can book an appointment right now online. You don't have to call. Just check the calendar and book an available time. 100 West Dental. If you want a TMA hat, that's great news. They're available for you at tmastlshop.com. Jackson, for the people watching on YouTube, you can show them that one. That's a handsome cap.
There it is.
I just like the navy one. But I love the embroidered patch that Billy
elegant.
Dixon.
It's
It is
elegant.
elegant. It's sophisticated. Those things are all over St. Louis Country Club. All over. tmastlshop.com is where you can get them, or you can stop by our studio and just pick that one off.
Yeah.
But Chairman Kurt's going to get the security footage. So you're going to get got. It looks good the way you're wearing it on top of your
It
other
does,
cap. I like
yeah.
that.
That'll become the style at some point.
Think so?
Yeah. 2 hats, one on top of the other.
Was it Chris Cross who would wear their clothes backwards?
Yeah, the Mac Daddy and the Daddy Mac.
Wouldn't they also wear 2 hats, one forward, one backwards, or am I misremembering?
That's kind of a Sherlock Holmes thing.
That's how the hat looked.
They have
He
a
wasn't
bill
wearing
on
2
both
ball
sides.
caps on. Was he had a houndstooth jacket? Is that what he had?
I think so.
Yeah.
Chris Raby just said, what's that about a stolen hat? Is he investigating this? Are you working with Chris Raby on this,
don't know.
Chairman?
I'm not, but I'll take all the help I can get.
No,
Oh.
you calling in the major case squad?
Yeah, he's probably on top of it from Chicago.
This case is being passed off federally.
Yeah, it's going to federal officials.
He hasn't done a
And
postcard.
Randy?
He hasn't done an audio postcard in a while.
No, he hasn't.
He sent in like a mix-up of songs. Give Me That Daddy Butter remix. It was really good.
No.
Pop Smoke.
That's right.
Give me that.
How many units is that
Give me
sold?
that. That's platinum. It's gotta be
142 million, so just a little bit behind Katy Perry.
Yeah.
We'll make a real push here in the fall.
You get how much money for each unit? $1 or so?
I don't know. I have no idea.
It'd be nice to get a dollar.
Dollar a unit and sell 142 million, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a good deal.
Wouldn't be a bad hit. All right, it's 8:30. Way to close out the Munganess St. Louis Acura. Munganess, Burkhardt, Alton Toyota, 7 o'clock hour. Fisher Window and Door Store, 8 o'clock hour. Coming your way. This is TMA, and it's presented to you by Brown & Crouppen.
KPN-TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day.
Looking for the perfect spot for your next private event? Whether it's a baby shower, bridal shower, birthday party, or business meeting, Rosalita's has you covered. Enjoy the vibrant atmosphere in one of Rosalita's 2 exclusive private rooms with a customized menu that is perfect for your upcoming event. And if you're planning a date night, don't miss the lively mariachi nights every Friday and Saturday. Plus, Rosalita's gift cards make the perfect gift for any occasion. Come celebrate at Rosalita's, where every event is a fiesta. Learn more at rosalitascantina.com.
Elevate your performance. Pure Performance is your one-stop shop for all aftermarket modifications. Known for their top quality work and outstanding customer service. It's officially Jeep and Bronco season. Pure Performance carries any accessory for your vehicle, old models to brand new. From sunshades, soft tops, trail doors, to off-road gear like bumpers and light bars, Pure Performance has you covered. Stop by the Pure Performance showroom at 3725 Harry S. Truman Boulevard in St. Charles, or visit pureperformance.com. That's PURperformance.com.
In business since the 50s, Collier & Thompson are known for kitchen and bathroom remodels. But they do so much more. If it's an interior remodeling job, Collier & Thompson can probably help. Basements, wine rooms, man caves, bars, accent rooms, fireplace walls, office, you name it. No need to visit 5 to 10 showrooms when Collier & Thompson provides all your needs in their showroom on Manchester Road in Baldwin. Come home to quality with Collier & Thompson. Let them bring your dream remodel to reality. CollierandThompson.com.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan. I regret not managing my finances better in my 20s and my 30s, and now I see how crucial it is for achieving major life goals. Mark Hanna with Evergreen Wealth Strategies helps everyday people every day with their finances, discussing cash flow, liquidity, investments, insurance, and tax-efficient strategies. No matter your financial planning stage, Mark will boost your confidence and keep you on track. Learn more at evergreenstl.com.
Equitable Advisors, LLC, member FINRA, a broker-dealer and a SEC registered investment advisor. Equitable Financial Advisors and MI. Evergreen Wealth Strategies is not a registered investment advisor and does not provide tax advice.
Whether it's pro or college, the app to bet football is Circa Sports Illinois. Circa Sports, it's sports betting the way it should be. Circa Sports Illinois has high betting limits, low holds, and exceptional customer service. Bet on all your favorite teams in every game this season. Spreads, props, futures, or in-game, Circa Sports has it. Fund and bet like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Ready to step your game up to the next level? 5P Academy is the place for any high-level 8 to 18-year-old football player. Based in O'Fallon, Missouri, we have national travel, 7-on-7, and flag football teams with professional coaches. Pre-registration for our 2025 season tryouts in November is open now. Come be a part of the championship-winning 5P family. For more details, email info@5pacademy.com or call Dustin at 314-440-8457.
There's nothing more important than the look and feel of your home. So now's the time to make your home your retreat. Replace your tired old windows and doors with Marvin replacement products designed to improve comfort and efficiency. Fisher Window and Door Store, a reputable local company, will guide you through the entire replacement process. Their experts will help you make the right choice for your home, and they'll measure, design, and install your new windows and doors.
Hi, I'm Jim Fisher. Since 1941, the Fisher family has provided you with quality American-made building products, including Marvin Windows and Doors. Come visit one of our showrooms in Brentwood or East Alton, and let us help you increase the value of your home.
Bring that distinct sense of quality to every room with Marvin. Visit Fisher Window and Doors' huge, newly remodeled showroom in Brentwood, or Fisher Lumber in East Alton, Illinois. Quality and comfort starts at Fisher Window and Door. Online at fisherwindow.com.
Biggie's Restaurant and Bar has been a staple of the community for over 30 years and is serving your favorites like a steak sandwich, waffle fries, and so much more. It's not just the food that's rocking. With a full bar and patio, Biggie's is the perfect spot for lunch, dinner, and a little laughter. Biggie's original hours are back. Open 11 a.m. till midnight, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And 11 a.m. till 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. Check out the full menu at biggiesrestaurant.com and stop in today.
The Illinois Recovery Center is dedicated to providing precise and authentic care to those seeking help and treatment. Recovery, it's not just a goal, it's a transformative journey. At Illinois Recovery Center, you'll find an unwavering commitment to provide the support, guidance, and personalized care you or your loved one needs to rediscover a life filled with purpose, strength, and lasting renewal. If you or someone you know wants more information about the Illinois Recovery Center, please call 888-472-9559 or visit IllinoisRecoveryCenter.com.
The choice of a lawyer is important and shouldn't be based on an ad.
If you're seriously hurt in an accident, you'll want all the money you deserve. That's called justice. But there wouldn't be lawyers if justice was easy. No, justice is not easy. It's fought for and it's won. At Brown & Crouppen, we fight for justice every day. If you want some, call 222-2222. Because at Brown & Crouppen, justice is our business.
This is wide receiver Luther Burton III. Come support NIL and get a quote from my friend James Carlton.
Thanks, Luther. That's right. For every quote you mention, Luther Burton III will make a donation to NIL on your behalf. Getting a quote is easy. Just go online at carltoninsurance.net. Call or text 314-961-4800. If you have drivers under the age of 25, if you're seeing rising rates, give us a call or text us 314-961-4800 or go online at carltoninsurance.net. Let's keep the momentum going.
Want to take on some legends of TMA?
Sound the same to someone who gives a damn about the best fans in baseball! Tired of it!
The show's so great. Will there be a little speaker system out behind the dumpster so in case you're servicing me, I'll be able to hear my name?
Then nominate yourself to be this month's TMA Listener of the Month. And if you win, you'll get recognition and other stuff. Sometimes all you have to do to win the prize is be a female.
All it takes is one fake girl to just throw this show completely off course.
Give us your name, a photo, and other pertinent information at TMASTL.com. The TMA Listener of the Month Club, quenched by Milagro Tequila. Welcome to a brighter side of tequila with Milagro. Find out more at TMASTL.com.
You gotta be on acid to understand what's going on this show.
It's the Brown and Crouppen Morning After.
KPN TFM HD2.
Collinsville, St. Louis.
Summer of 2008, Doug. Caesar is tourist.
Okay. Caesar is tourist.
I mean, wasn't he a part of the Cardinals in 2008 or was it 2007?
I don't know the years.
Eckstein would have still been there in 2007, right?
Caesar's tourist. Here, I'll let you know.
It's a banger.
God, he's only 44.
Could still be playing.
Yeah. You're right. He was with the Cardinals in 2008. Hit 263. He had a home run. Were you there at that game?
Probably not.
Jeez.
I just don't know.
628 OPS. Sick.
Okay.
Like 10 people in the Cardinals that have those numbers.
Yeah, he'd hit in the middle of the lineup now with those kind of numbers.
He was on the Dodgers when the Cardinals played them in 2004. I'll let you know how he did.
Okay. Yeah. It's what everyone's talking about. We might as well get to it.
God, it's the only playoff series that he ever played in was the 2004 NLDS against the Cardinals.
Okay. How'd he do?
Played in 4 games, had 17 at-bats and 3 hits, including a double.
Okay.
Caesar is terse.
You have a brother? I felt like they had a brother.
Yeah, Bill is terse.
Bill is terse? I feel like there was another.
Meiser.
Meiser?
Mm-hmm.
I like that name.
I don't know if it was his brother, but same last name for sure.
Felt like it was.
Okay, I don't know. I'm not prepared to discuss the brothers as Torres.
Favorite brother combo in Major League Baseball, go.
Oh.
Canseco's.
Maybe Ken Boyer and his brother Cleet. They were stars when I was a kid.
Paul and Dizzy Dean.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
They hit the Gas House Gang.
How about the Forsches, Bob and Ken?
Ripkins.
The Lou brothers.
Hank Aaron and his brother.
How about the Molinas? There were 3 of them.
Yeah.
Tommy Aaron, I think was his name. And for a while, they were, maybe still are, had more home runs than any other brother combination. Hank had like 740, and his brother had 1 or 2.
Yeah, it's like me and Barry Bonds are combined for the most home runs in Major League Baseball.
Yeah. Well, what would be the best? Did you ask what the best brother combination?
I said your favorite.
Okay. But the best would be who?
Huh. That's a good question.
Maybe the Necros. I mean, they both pitched forever. Or maybe the Deans.
Greatest sibling combos is Paul and Lloyd Warner.
Oh, Wayner. Big Poison, Little Poison.
Joe DiMaggio, Don DiMaggio, and Vince DiMaggio. And then Pedro and Ramon Martinez.
Okay. All right.
Gaylord Perry and Jim Perry.
Yeah. They were both very good. Gaylord Hall of Famer. Well, we've run down quite a little list.
Yeah, I heard Katy Perry, I Kissed a Girl, and then I thought of 2008, and then I thought of Caesar was terse. That's all.
What a time to be alive.
It's very normal thought
It's my
process.
first World Series of Poker main event. You remember how I did?
I'm sure it was first division, Tim.
I think your first one you didn't cash. Second one you did cash, I believe.
I did not cash in a main event. I cashed in another World Series event in Las Vegas. And I think I was in line, or was Men the Master behind me
I don't have
when we were
the
cashing our tickets. Men the Master.
Men Win.
Is that what his name was?
I think it was Men Win.
Men Win.
Mason Win?
Correct.
So
a lot of wins in the World Series of Poker.
So when you win something like that, you cash out, they're just giving you like a brick of cash there? That seems very dangerous.
When you buy in, you used to anyway, I haven't played it in a while, you would walk in with $10,000 in cash.
Yeah, that seems
in a briefcase?
dangerous.
Just a really fat wallet.
I don't even remember. I think it was just like banded up.
Yeah.
And I would go to the Bank of America, just off the strip, get $10,000, shoot over to the Rio, not necessarily in the nicest area. It's not at the Rio anymore. And then, might as well just put some sticks on it and a match and gasoline and lit it on fire.
Were you duffel bag boys? Were you just bringing it in the duffel bag? Or?
You like that term, duffel bag boys?
I don't like it,
I think
no.
that's good. That was Lil Wayne, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a street robber's dream?
Yeah.
Here comes someone else with $10,000.
Like find out where the World Series of Poker is and then just camp out there.
Yeah, here come a bunch of marks.
Find some guy who's clearly up to his gills in Adderall and just take his money.
Do you remember a hand against Jeff Bryan?
Oh, Chairman. Doug, do you want me to relive the hand against Jeff Bryan in July of 2000?
You had pocket aces and you folded, and he had sailboats.
No.
Hooks?
No, I had pocket fours. I raised under the gun. I'd do it again. I don't care.
Okay.
And I think it was, don't you think it was GTO?
I think GTO to the max.
So you did have sailboats.
I did have sailboats, actually.
And you raised to what, like 2,400?
Doug, do you remember what the blinds were when I
Hell
raised?
no!
I think it was like mid-afternoon of day 2. I know you got to play.
I'm supposed to remember what the blinds were.
Yeah, they were 400, 800.
It might have been 400, 800. Seems like a sweet spot at that time, actually. And Jeff Bryan, and he finished in 29th or 30th in the 2007.
I thought 27th. Now you're telling me 28th?
And did he get knocked out by Kenny Tran?
I don't have the slightest notion who he got knocked out
Okay,
by.
I tried to talk about Cesar Asturias and his brother.
Okay, and I shot
Mincy.
that down too, didn't I?
Kenny Tran knocked out a bunch of people that World Series of Poker.
Just a naysayer.
Yeah, he was going to talk prune juice.
And he called. He's under the gun +1. He calls. I don't know.
I don't either.
And I did the big blind call as well. Is that hand on YouTube?
I'm reading it on the WSOP.com.
Sure you are.
They have every hand ever.
Are you really?
Yeah. Tim McKernan raised the 2,400 from under the gun. And
Holy crap, this is actually out there?
Mm-hmm.
Doug, this is like I'm back in the jungles of Nam. I don't want to relive this.
They have every hand at World Series of Poker.
No, I just think it's certain updates.
I will go ahead and read them.
Oh.
You want me to go ahead?
Yeah.
I'm
curious.
I don't like that. What were the blinds?
It doesn't say that.
If I raised to 2,400 in 2008, which would be different than now, there's a good chance it was 400, 800. Iggy remembers the hand.
Nice going, Iggy.
God, Doug, no Caesar as tourist or blind knowledge. Yikes. You don't repop, do you?
I think you probably go ahead and repop.
Finish up, KG.
Yeah.
I want to relive this. I'm going to go into a dark place.
Tim raised the 2,400 UTG, and it folded back around to Jeff Bryan, who made the call from the big blind.
That's not right.
Oh.
I mean, not that it matters, but he was directly on my left, 100%.
Well, the flop
He called under the gun. I was the under the gun, which is the seat to the left of the big blind, and that meant he was under the gun +1. So it was kind of a weird call, but whatever. Neither here nor there. He was on my left, okay. Because if he was in the big blind, that means I was in the small blind, and I wasn't. I raised. The fact that we're even talking about this is phenomenal.
Well,
but what the hell does it matter? We were talking about Cesar as tourist 3 minutes ago.
We're done with our Asturias knowledge.
So what is it? He called, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he just flatted. I remember that. And then the flop came. I know I flopped a set of 4s. I know that. But it was like a kind of a ragsy flop.
Well, this is a different hand then.
Oh, okay.
It says the flop was, it disappeared on me, but it said like ace, 8-2, 2 spades.
Yeah, I mean, the hand I got knocked out with was a set of 4s. And he turned a gut shot straight, which was just insane in hindsight. Like kind of knowing the game a little bit better now. That was super random. But hey, good, that's how you win hands.
Did you shove and he called? He wouldn't have called with a gut shot.
I raised, he called, and I think like the big blind came along, and I flopped a set of 4s. I bet it, and I think he called, and then the big blind went away, so it was heads up to the turn, and it was like a 6. And I think he called with 5-8, which I mean, in hindsight is like super random. But it was suited, and so with the 4 there, I think maybe the flop was, I don't know, 4-7 something. So then that way he needs and he just calls, and he's probably just playing me to, like he figures it's not going to hit, and then if I bet again on the turn, he goes away unless he hits it. So at that point, mathematically, he's 8% to hit it, 2 times 4, 4 being 4 outs, 4 6s in the deck. That's how you calculate your math. And so I'm a 92% favorite mathematically on the turn, but he happens to hit it. And I think if I check on the turn, then I think he bets it even if he doesn't hit it. You know what I mean? That's whatever. The fact that we're talking about
Bad beat.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I guess in hindsight, I wouldn't do anything differently. But at the time, I was ravaged emotionally because I went out there, Doug, thinking I could win the World Series of Poker main event.
Well,
Kind of like the DraftKings spots back in 2015 when they made it look like any butt-ass could win $1 million putting together one NFL roster.
That was a time.
That was a time.
I'm still hoping.
Well, it's fun to relive the hands we had in cards.
Yeah, especially when they're from 16 years ago.
Yeah, fresh as today's headlines.
I can't believe that's out there, Chairman Kurt.
And all this was happening when Cesar Izturis was muddling around
and
with the
I
Cardinals.
Kissed a Girl by Katy Perry was playing, and then just last night, at 40 years old, she's tripping on a stage. Was that in L.A. or was that in New York?
I don't know where it was.
Or was that out at the factory?
Desperate ploy to look at me. I'm not too old. Look at me.
You think that's what that was?
Yes.
She's fighting off age by tripping?
Yeah.
I like
Doing
that.
whatever she can do to get attention.
Well, then I might go to Clayton and Lindbergh today.
I'm trying to find out where it was. Let's say.
Secret location for the VMAs.
Probably LA, if I had to guess.
Probably.
I'm going to see Cage the Elephant tonight.
And what would that be? Something at the zoo?
Some friend wants to go, and I said I'd go.
Cage the Elephant?
They're a band. I'm not even sure what they play.
Well, why would you go then?
Because she asked me to go, so I think.
Oh, you got a hot little number.
Who is this that asked you?
Just some girl.
Who is the girl?
Oh. You guys don't know her. Or I would tell you.
Oh, is there some smoke here that could lead to fire?
Maybe. I would go to some random concert unless I thought I was getting something.
Ooh. But I thought you weren't interested anymore in this something.
I didn't say I wasn't interested. I said I'm not going to work.
No, you're not going to do that.
So if she wants to hop on pop, she can.
That's it, yeah.
Hop on pop, Doug. That could be the title of the segment.
Hey, we'll ride.
And there's a little Sadie Hawkins.
It is a Sadie Hawkins. You're right. This is a Sadie Hawkins. Sadie Hawkins, hop on pop.
Cage the Elephant.
Cage the Elephant.
Okay.
Is that the amphitheater?
Yeah.
Shrimply Pibbles is sending pictures of his wife again.
Okay.
Me and the Queen, and he spells Queen Quween. Do you have a problem with that?
Yeah, I don't like it.
At the Murphy Lee concert.
Okay. But it could have been just any two people. Right?
That's
anywhere.
Looks like they're having a boat drink.
Does look like well, Shrimply Pibbles is definitely having a boat drink.
Murphy Lee, or they Delmore Hall?
Murphy Lee taking shrapnel, along with the Izturis brothers in this segment.
Right, well, they had it coming. I'm so tired of the Izturis brothers sticking their nose in our show. Would you know Cesar Izturis if he walked in and sat down next to you?
I'm just surprised that he's only 44, but I guess that math would make sense. I mean, he could have been playing in his early 20s. I guess he was playing more in his late 20s.
There's a real rotation of Cardinal shortstops at that time. They'd bounce around. Khalil Green at one point.
Khalil Green was in there. Who was the shortstop on the 2009 club, Doug?
Can I have initials, please?
I really don't know. I was actually asking on this one. Because that was a great team.
Luis Alcea.
He was a second sacker.
That would have been...
Initials, please.
Oh, okay, BR.
Oh, sure.
Brennan Ryan.
Bob Redmond.
There's no way he was starting in the playoff games, though, because Chris Carpenter, had it out for him.
The only other option they had at shortstop would have been Khalil Green, Tyler Green.
Tyler Green might have started.
Jarrett Hofapari?
Doug, that was a friend of Sports Sunday.
Ryan was pretty good glove man.
He was, but he would be late to the ballpark, and Chris Carpenter would stare him down.
Yeah.
It's quite a scene. Well, we go back to the 2009 Cardinals-Dodgers series. He did. He played in all three games, and he went 1 for 12, hitting 83.
Yeah, that's about right. Nice guy though, fun guy.
And he pitched for the Yankees in 2015.
Oh, did he?
What in the hell am I reading?
I don't know.
Then they got Furcal in 11. Johnny Peralta after that.
Yeah, who did not look like a shortstop. He looked like your catcher is going to be playing shortstop for the next couple of years.
Furcal didn't really look like
Happy
a shortstop.
Flight lived above me.
Yeah, he didn't really look like a shortstop at the time either.
And didn't he drive a Rolls Royce?
He did. He would park his Rolls Royce in the handicap spot in the parking garage.
Phantom.
I knew Happy Flight was home if I saw the Rolls Royce.
You remember when Brendan Ryan ran out on the field with the wrong glove and Carp just lit him up?
It didn't go well. That Carpenter was a banty rooster.
He was.
God almighty.
He gave the nickname Big Shush, yeah?
I think so.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He shushed Martin Kilcoyne.
Shushed him.
When Martin was given takes during the George Kissel, they were naming the clubhouse in Jupiter after him. And we were hosting the show a mere 10 feet away from the ceremony. It couldn't have been more awkward. But the cat and I could see that they were beginning the ceremony. Martin's back was turned to it. And our Carpenter walks over, leans in, and goes, "Shh."
Oh, gosh.
That's a cock.
Mm-hmm. And you all just immediately stopped talking.
The cat and I saw it coming, so we just kind of backed away. And Martin didn't know and just kept going with takes. And, you would think professional athletes would respect us for what we do.
Right.
But there's a part of me that thinks deep down they just think we're a bunch of nerds.
I don't understand you there, Tim.
And Chris Carpenter, kind of not respecting the craft, just walked over and shushed us with disgust.
How'd it feel to pitch with a lead like that?
Nice.
Yeah, they're always interested.
They just want to do the minimum and go home. Leave us alone.
Aubrey Plaza was on Stern. Did Iggy hearken? Reddit said it was one of his worst interviews of all time. Birthday Hawk.
I didn't see it.
So I guess this is like a Howard Stern Reddit? Or are we on the TMA Reddit and Iggy?
I dig Aubrey Plaza. I didn't see the Howard Stern interview.
She's not the one who invited you to this Cage the Elephant concert, is she?
No, she doesn't live here.
No.
Not yet.
Might come back.
Go watch a movie, Dirty Grandpa.
Don't tell me what to do.
It's one of my favorite movies of her.
Doug Shrimply Pibbles is now sending in pictures of himself in a tuxedo. I don't know what's going on.
No.
I dare you to tell me I'm not handsome as hell. Doug, you want to...
Okay. Yeah, he's not handsome as hell. He looks like any other guy on the
He's
street.
handsome.
I mean, at least he's not like overweight.
No.
Which around, these parts can be like
Well, he
already on the
dared you.
check mark.
He dared you, and you answered
I
it.
did, yeah.
He's pretty handsome.
Aubrey Plaza could pee on me. Thanks. That's from Ernie Bjorkman.
Come on, Bjorkman.
I love Aubrey.
I won't go that far, but I do dig her.
Do you?
You said Dirty Grandpa's one of your favorite movies?
From her, yeah.
That movie's an abomination.
Yeah, it wasn't great, but she was good in it.
That movie's so bad. Like,
showed her butt.
really.
Yeah, that's back when De Niro just started making stupid movies where he thought he was funny.
I don't think he thought he was funny. He wanted to be more rich.
Yeah, I don't. Something's off about his choices.
It's when you have kids, when you're near your 80, you gotta keep getting paid.
Oh, I'm sure he's got plenty of money, no matter how many kids he's got.
You can always have more.
He probably just wants to keep working and can't get the lead roles in the big, serious movies that he once did.
Guess you didn't miss Killers of the Flower Moon and The Irishman.
Yeah,
He wasn't great in either, to be honest.
No, well, yeah, if he does get a big part, then he'll stop making Angry Grandpa there for a while.
So bad.
But I do think that's the mark of a good actor, when you always knew De Niro was a dramatic actor. And when he started doing the Meet the Fockers and Meet the Parents, I thought he was hilarious. I think that's the first comedy I saw him do.
Yeah, but he was always kind of like, he's funny in Goodfellas.
But it's not him that's funny. It's the writers were funny.
The delivery is a big part of it. You can write the
but
funniest
if
lines,
the
you
line,
can't deliver
if
it.
the line is funny, a lot of people could deliver that.
Snort the line. It's awesome.
It's awesome.
Doug, put on some mittens. Could you?
Okay, sure.
Because they're sponsored by EDF. Do you want to support the EDF group as a sponsor of TMA? It's real simple. Do you have a fire extinguisher where you work? The answer is yes, you certainly do. So please email the EDF group at fire@theedfgroup.com so a technician can come out and explain to your team how the EDF group can save your company money. Again, that email address is fire@theedfgroup.com. The EDF group is hot and will prevent your facility from having hot fires. Experience the EDF group difference. Learn more at theedfgroup.com. EDF sponsor of Doug's Hot Take Mittens. Check them out for those of you on YouTube. Email in for our Design Air Heating and Cooling email today. Comes your way at about 9:50. And you win a pair of tickets to Blues and Brews Friday, September 20th, the Anheuser-Busch Brewery. Kevin Miller with 4 wins already this month. Another story about Butchie could mean another win.
Good, yeah. Put him in good steed.
Yeah, I like that.
Good steed.
Stead and
Good
steed.
stead, yeah.
And Jackson, what's coming up on Balloon Party today? You've got Thursday Thoroughfare?
I called it Thursday Inquiries.
Well, I like that a lot.
What are you inquiring about?
Ball.
Oh, gosh.
Should I send out a...
Talking hoop. No, we're not going to talk any hoop.
Do you feel good about it?
No.
No.
Should I ask people to Venmo in for I'll Venmo them $50 for a deep dive.
Yeah, I just, I didn't have it this morning. Instead.
Really? So this is going to be rough.
Well, I have 3 questions I'm pretty confident in.
Oh.
3 questions.
Could we hear one of them?
No. Because anytime I ask, it could be the best question ever. I ask it on this show, it just gets ripped to shreds, and then I can't use it. So no, I only have 3. So.
No. Fever lost to the Aces last night.
There you go. There's the topic.
Yep.
Caitlin had a great game.
See?
All right. Well, I'll just Kurt, could you cut that audio and we'll play it on?
Yeah.
Go.
You have hot takes on the Indianapolis Fever game?
I don't. I have no hot takes.
Nothing.
I don't know if I seldom have hot takes.
Well, I got the mittens in case you do.
Yeah, I know. I'm glad you're prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want $50, you can decide the topic on Balloon Party by sending in a question for a deep dive. T. McKernan at InsideSTL.com. And courtesy of Jackson, my Venmo is flush AF.
Is it?
You losing golf bets?
Losing golf bets? I didn't play well, but Jackson really played poorly. I don't know what happened there. I don't know what's going on with you.
I just played bad.
Yeah, but I mean, it was like really bad. It was like bell curve.
Yeah, it was just no good. Compounding issues.
When was this?
This was when we played on Friday.
Oh.
Yeah, I played terrible. Couple good shots.
I had the shanks on the front nine.
Yeah.
And I thought I was going to lose $120 to 60 to you and 60 to Chairman Kurt.
Nope. I took care of that real easy.
Yeah, thank you.
You bet.
Chairman Kurt wound up winning, what'd you win? 20, 40?
40.
And I won 20, and it was all Jackson's money.
That's right.
And then Jackson bet me that game day would be at Lexington, along with a parlay that John Mazalek would still be president of baseball operations and Ali Marmol would still be manager on opening day.
Yeah.
And the bet's already lost.
Yeah. It is already lost, even though they were going to Lexington until stooped it up.
Chairman Kurt's got a lot of length on those drives.
Yeah, when he hits it, he can hit
hit it.
You see those calves?
Yeah, check out those calves, boy. Jeff Scanina.
Looking at the golf ball. I wouldn't look at his legs.
Yeah, look at the power source.
Okay.
Things really went downhill for me when I finger gunned you.
Finger gun, you like that, Doug?
I don't even know what it means.
He chipped in and pointed at me.
Oh, really?
And I go, oh, wow. I mean, a guy who I'm giving 13 strokes to just finger
Peacocking
gunned me.
around a little bit.
I kind of liked it. Kind of dialed me in. And as you know, I calmly rolled in a birdie right after the finger gun.
Okay.
But, yeah, I wound up losing. Or what, I won the back nine? Tied the back nine? Well, either way, I made $20. But Chairman Kurt, Doug. And he beat Stephen Wildwood. I mean, he beat my horse in the Fan Page Club Championship.
Yeah.
And he took $40 from me, I guess? Or $40 from Jackson? Hell, I don't know. Either way, Jackson's Venmo's bleeding. That's what I know.
Oh, no. What will you do? What will you do?
Keep fighting, keep grinding, keep fighting the good fight.
Nice.
Okay.
Hopefully winning more football bets.
All right. Well, that's the recommended way to get your money back is bet more.
I agree with you.
Right.
I agree with you.
Take all the losses.
To the sharp place, too.
Put that on your next bet. You hit it, now you're even. And most people would tell you. But also call 1-800-GAMBLER if you have an issue.
Learn Caitlin Clark. Now we just need Hawk Tua mentioned to hit my parlay. That's from Mayor Don.
I haven't seen much of her lately.
You did get an Aubrey Plaza mention in.
It has been a while since.
I didn't bring it up. Somebody on Reddit did.
Oh.
The TMA Reddit or the Howard Stern Reddit?
I don't know what that.
Can you imagine the intensity of the hatred for Howard Stern on the Howard Stern Reddit?
Oh, probably, yeah.
Oh, you're aware of it?
And any of those big media shows where like people just feel like it's the parasocial relationship.
Doug, define parasocial relationship.
Can't.
Someone famous, you know a lot about them, they know nothing about you. Anytime you have something like that, and I would say that the podcast host and certainly the daily radio show host have a lot of that, people are going to be having their opinions. And if they can do it in an echo chamber with anonymous names, they'll do it full bore.
To show you how long he's been doing it, I was shocked at this. I don't know what, it popped up on my Facebook. Every once in a while a video will pop up, and I'll scroll and more videos come up. It was Howard Stern talking about the passing of Richard Simmons. And he asked Robin, he goes, he's a frequent guest. How many times do you think he's been on the show? He was on Howard Stern 67 times.
67 times.
That's a lot of times for a guru, or I guess a fitness guru.
You suppose he did it one of his shows in the same building as Howard Stern, and so it was easy to stop by every now and then.
I don't know. I thought he was in Hollywood and Stern's in New York.
I don't know. Be a lot of trips to make across the country just for that show.
Figure 67 times. That's on the average, 3 times a year?
When Pale says things like parasocial, I could see him as a bottom. That's from Stephen Wildwood. So he's got both you and Kai as being bottoms.
I'm no longer caring about what Stephen Wildwood says.
Oh my God!
Gosh.
Honestly,
he's the chairman.
Yeah.
And it's his birthday today. Happy
Is it
birthday.
really?
Yeah. Happy birthday.
To you. Happy birthday to you. 50, is he 53?
I don't know. I'd say 54.
As a person, I like him, but his opinion on what I do or say means
And whether or not you bottom.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm going to say 54.
Very cool.
There you go. Price is right of me.
I already said 54.
Oh, can't do it.
Well, I'm not going to guess because I'm pretty sure he's 54.
Oh, I'm gaslighting you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. What do you think Stephen Wildwood's going to do on his birthday, Doug?
Busman special.
Probably swim down there at the pool.
Yeah.
Watch the game, maybe from his balcony.
Oh, yeah, he's got a Busman's to enjoy.
Yeah, I bet he's going to the Busmans.
I guess if you got some binoculars, you could maybe see in there, see in the stadium.
100%.
Be easier just to turn around and watch it on TV, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but I'd get dizzy watching it on binoculars. Not to mention, juice and squeeze.
Mm-hmm. Well, he said he's only going to live there a short while longer.
And he's going to St. Louis Hills.
Yeah.
Biggies.
Seems like a more relaxed place to live. St. Louis Hills as opposed to downtown St. Louis.
Yeah.
Hey, Tim, happy birthday month. That's from Big Tuft.
Yeah, it is. Coming up. What, we got 2 weeks?
Doug, how many days until my birthday?
I don't know.
15 days until my birthday.
Or start posting. Get people ready.
You imagine if a 47-year-old man started getting people ready for his birthday. On top of that, a married father. I could see somebody going through it.
Yeah.
Kind of lonely and, got to get the attention, but boy, that'd be dark.
I like the ones that posted act like they're not really telling us their birthday by posting, what should I do for my birthday tonight? I don't know. Asking
Does that actually go on?
Yeah. I saw one yesterday.
What should I do for my birthday tonight?
Sure what should I do for my birthday tonight, guys? Let's just tell us it's your birthday and quit acting like you're asking for information.
Right.
Do people really still post status updates on Facebook?
Oh, hell yes.
No, Jackson just said, what would that mean, Doug? What was your read on what that meant?
He dismissed it.
That was dismissive.
Seems antiquated.
Like, any kind of a post would be a status update, wouldn't it?
But I'm saying not pictures, just a take or a question what should I do for my birthday?
I could go home today and scroll through my Facebook and there would be at least one post on somebody saying it's their birthday today.
Happy birthday.
Oh,
There you go.
thank you. Okay.
My wife stopped simulating my prostate because I talked about it on this show too much. So one of you guys will need to pick up the slack. I'm looking at you, Vaughn. That's from Buzz.
Okay. Like another ass post by Buzz. What a shock.
Another ass post.
Is mimicking one's laugh an aspect of a parasocial relationship? That's from the life coach.
I don't know.
Mimicking a laugh?
It seems like it's a disguised shot, if I had to guess.
Who's it a shot at?
Probably me.
Whose laugh do you mimic?
Everyone says I just copy you.
But my laugh is really bad and annoying. And I never hear you do it, because if I did, I'd go, ooh, that's a bad laugh. And then I'd be like, oh, that's my laugh. It's a bad laugh. And who says you copy me?
Everybody.
Where?
Everyone. Everywhere you go.
That's the consensus of... when I would still read the Reddit, that was the consensus of Reddit.
Is that right?
Yeah. Really? And I deleted it, because why would I have that evil in my life?
Yeah.
Evil?
Yeah, a parasocial relationship.
Not evil, not like they're evil people, but why would I have such a negative thing in my life?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know how you could read that. That's why I never even attempt to get on there.
Right.
The ones I get on here are just all in fun, I know, but Reddit really isn't. Reddit, I'm sure, is just really hate.
Yeah, correct.
Mm. No, there's a lot of porpoise talk.
Yeah, there's porpoise talk. Oh, it's an awful laugh. September is the most popular birthday month due to folks being home and banging over Christmas break. That's from the Crestwood Coyote. Is that true?
I thought that they would say that about November, because it was 9 months after Valentine's Day. Although, I don't know where more banging happens, Valentine's Day or New Year's Eve.
I don't know.
New Year's Eve, you're almost too drunk to have sex.
You may put a poll on the app.
Yeah.
Best time for procreation.
What month has the most birthdays? That's.
I always
the
thought
question.
it was November. I always thought it was November. Well, I could be wrong.
I don't know.
Let's all have sex now.
Well, we couldn't have children between the four of us here.
Because we keep eating
Even
that
with
Plan
Chairman
B.
Kurt. Yeah.
Would it matter if you're ovulating or not?
Are you ovulating?
Clip that off.
I mean, just because you have sex doesn't mean you're going to get pregnant.
No, especially if it's with another guy.
Doug, I'm lactating.
Oh!
Good friends who spend a lot of time together tend to model and mimic each other's behavior. It's called human nature. Jackson's a beautiful soul. That's from the Doo-Doo Man.
Doo-Doo Man.
You take advice from someone who calls himself the Doo-Doo Man?
Isn't that Janoris Jenkins?
Yeah.
I don't know. He's talking about Daniel Jones.
Yeah, he's digging in, too. He keeps tweeting about it. It's
Does he really?
Yeah, Jay
Might have
Jenks.
to follow Janoris Jenkins.
Jay Jenks lockdown. What up, Jackrabbit?
So he's still tweeting about Daniel Jones's game against the... Who the hell they play? Oh, the Vikings?
Yeah, well, because people keep, tweeting that, you sound like an idiot. And he was like, I don't care. And then he uses some choice language, if we're being honest.
Jenkins has been around a while.
Oh my God. I love LA.
What?
It's a bad drop.
This is Josh Jenkins talking about L.A.
Okay.
I remember he went out there, and when they posted the stadium renderings, he goes, we're not going to stay if they play in that building.
You see, the Rams are now the second most valuable franchise.
Yes, right behind the Cowboys. Woot, woot!
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Woot, woot!
It's not that surprising.
$7 billion or something.
They're an NFL team in L.A. It feels like they should be one.
But I still don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Weren't they worth $2 billion when he left here?
That's right. That's right.
$7 billion. He's made $5
So
billion.
all that makes sense. I just don't get the crapping on St. Louis out the door. That's the only thing I don't get.
Just to make sure he gets to leave. I guess.
I thought that, but then it was like, that's too easy. But then none of their moves were really meta. I always thought it was going to be meta in fifth level, and it was just dumb, and we can do it because we can.
Well, he's a bad person, so maybe he's just, how dare you fight me?
Yeah,
I'm going to get another evil word about you.
Yeah. I don't know. Hey, James Carlton's not a bad person. Matter of fact, he has 384 5-star reviews. Here's a brand new one. Peter Avery. Remember Donnie Avery? The Rams drafted him in the second round. He never caught a ball.
Yeah.
James' office and staff have been incredibly helpful through a tough season. They've talked us through all of our questions and walked with us the entire process of a major claim. The entire time, it felt like they had our backs and were on our side. Thank you all. Not surprising right there, as another person has a wonderful experience with James Carlton and his staff in Webster Groves. The number is 314-961-4800, or go online at carltoninsurance.net. That's James Carlton. He's my insurance agent. I recommend to become yours as well. James Carlton of the Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency. All right, Sharon and Clayton, just because you have sex doesn't mean you'll get pregnant. From the same guy who was shaming rock stars and athletes for not wearing a condom. That's from Sharon and Clayton.
Right.
What's that mean? Just because you...
My point was that just because
you took that as a shot at you.
Well, he said that.
Well, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But the point is that just because you have sex doesn't mean you're going to get pregnant. We're talking about people that are trying to have babies, not athletes and musicians that have sex with a woman out of marriage. We're talking about having babies. And I said you can't, just because you have sex doesn't mean you're going to have a kid.
No.
But you don't take that chance if you're not married to the woman. She probably won't get married, but I'm going to have sex with her anyway. But if you're trying to have a baby, there's certain times that you have a better chance of getting pregnant. You should know that. You're a woman.
Oh,
flip that off.
Now you're scolding.
I had sex and now Dad is dead.
Guys, I walked in on Isaiah Pade cranking his hog in the Chili's unisex bathroom in Lime last week. He's still in good shape, so I stuck around to watch for the finale.
Oh.
Some Shribley Pibbles.
Yeah, Isaiah Pede, running back
out of Cincinnati.
Yeah,
and he went on to.
He's in Lime now.
Work at the Chili's in Lime.
I haven't been to that one.
Sharon and Clayton. Fair enough, Iggy. Thanks for clarifying.
You're welcome.
This Sharon's a special spirit.
She really is.
So many female listeners.
He's
Awesome.
one of millions.
Remember Isaiah Pede lost his leg in a car accident.
He did?
But he became he was in the Paralympics.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Jesus, the condom pregnancy talk again. That's from MD 2020 in the YouTube chat. 264 people are in there talking about it.
Okay. Mad Dog 2020.
that what that stands for, you think?
Mm-hmm.
It was always called Mad Dog, but it didn't stand
Not the
for
official
Mad Dog.
name?
No, but everyone called it Mad Dog.
Mm-hmm. That was a really horrible stuff, wasn't it?
Ooh.
Like really high alcohol content.
Electric melon.
Ooh,
glass
fish.
bottle.
Yeah. You had some, did you?
Oh, yeah.
Did you?
In college? Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gross. It's gross.
But ruined your liver.
That and Four Loko are like maybe the two worst things one could put in their body.
Four Loko?
Yeah. It's like an energy drink, alcoholic mixture.
Hey guys, ran into Brian Quick at the new Bass Pro Shop shopping for a new bass boat. Nice guy, huge crank. Thanks, big tough.
Wide receiver.
That was a bad.
And that was App State?
Yeah.
Boy, they were adamant that he was going to get it going.
Yeah.
He was like a late first or second round pick.
Wasn't he the first pick in the second round? They had all night to sleep over the first round.
I think they missed out on Justin Blackman and then got Brian Quick instead.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, they made a lot of smart moves back then.
But then they also went and picked Aaron Donald, who everyone was critical of the pick at the time.
I hated that pick.
Well, they were back in the mode of, hey, let's be good because we're going to go in L.A.
Yeah.
No, but everyone was like, why are you picking this undersized defensive lineman? He ends up being one of the best defensive players of all time.
Yeah.
And then, I think that same draft, they picked Greg Robinson second. So there's.
I don't think so.
The highest
I think
and
they
high
had,
low.
I think they had a second pick in the first round later than Donald. And I was hoping they'd get Johnny Manziel.
I remember we both were.
And they didn't.
I'm almost positive they picked Greg Robinson second, and then 15th they took Aaron Donald. They had two first round picks.
I think that was the 2014 draft, and Robinson was on Auburn when they played Missouri in the SEC Championship.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. 2014 NFL draft.
War Damn Eagle.
Yep. Greg Robinson 2, the St. Louis. Jadavian Clowney, of course, picked earlier. And then 13th pick, the Rams took Aaron Donald.
Didn't they have another pick in the first round, too?
They had Aaron Donald
Just
and
those
Greg
two.
Robinson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, who should they have picked with that second pick? Who was the better?
They could have gotten Sammy Watkins from Buffalo, or who went to Buffalo from Clemson. Khalil Mack, he was okay.
Oh, yeah.
Jake Matthews, who I think still plays. Mike Evans, also still plays.
Just anybody else.
Eric Taylor Lewan, Odell Beckham Jr.
Oh, gosh.
Still like Greg Robinson. I mean, just heads up.
I mean, he played in a couple games.
Teddy DeMarcus Lawrence.
Just pick anyone else.
Oh, Devonta Adams, but to be fair, he got picked late in the second round.
Yeah.
Jarvis Landry.
Where'd Manziel go?
Manziel.
Was he second round of the Browns?
He went. Yeah, somewhere. Hold on.
He went somewhere. TMA is reporting Johnny Manziel.
Johnny Manziel, 22nd to the Cleveland Browns, so still first round pick.
If you're drinking Mad Dog, you go down on men and may need to call us at Illinois Recovery Center. Eric's so hot. That's from the recovering alcoholic from Belleville and Webster Groves. That's their messaging.
Yeah. That's a serious drink. If you've gone to the Mad Dog 2020, you've had it for the night. You're just going to wind up in the gutter somewhere.
It's cheap.
And you're going to start suckling upon men?
You won't know what you're doing. You may lose the ability to suckle.
I had a buddy who drank a lot of Four Loko in college. He said it made girls look more appealing. He also said trying to engage in coitus with said big girls was like trying to put the straw in a Capri Sun. That's from Carlos Spicy Winter.
Get the angle right.
That's quite a visual he just painted.
You can send your emails in for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today, the morning after, at InsideSTL.com. See if you can track down Kevin Miller. I don't know if anybody can. He's playing so well right now. The morning after at InsideSTL.com. Closing out the Fisher Window and Door Store. 8 o'clock hour, 5P Academy and Hustle and Heart Sports Performance. 9 o'clock hour up next here on TMA, presented to you by Brown and Crouppen.
Biggie's Restaurant and Bar has been a staple of the community for over 30 years and is serving your favorites like the steak sandwich, waffle fries, and so much more. It's not just the food that's rocking. With a full bar and patio, Biggie's is the perfect spot for lunch, dinner, and a little laughter. Biggie's original hours are back. Open 11 a.m. till midnight, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And 11 a.m. till 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. Check out the full menu at biggiesrestaurant.com and stop in today.
Hi, this is Chris Pondoff from Illinois Recovery Center. As someone who battled alcoholism and addiction for 20 plus years, I understand the dark places you can find yourself stuck in. Alcoholism and substance abuse takes a heavy toll on your body and your mind, but you can overcome it. Start your journey to recovery at the Illinois Recovery Center. a rehab treatment center that provides comprehensive and customized rehabilitation addiction treatment. If you or a loved one are struggling with addiction, please know that there is hope. Visit IllinoisRecoveryCenter.com today.
Your tired old kitchen right now, it needs a facelift. It needs an upgrade, and Collier & Thompson can do it. They've been doing it since the 1950s. Their employees have more than 160 years of combined experience. Carolyn Beard and Bob Strati have been there as the owner for more than 20 years, and they're looking to hire some new lead contractors. So if you're a contractor of some kind and want to work for an outstanding company, this is it. Collier & Thompson is hiring. Almost everything with Collier & Thompson is right there in-house. You don't need to go to 5, 6, 7, 8 different places to remodel one room. It's all right there. With Collier & Thompson, you got the countertops, appliances, lighting, flooring, hardware, plumbing, electric, all right there in-house. They have their own carpenters, their own specialized contractors such as licensed electricians, plumbers, tile and drywall installers, and floor guys. Contractors you can trust. These are guys that get it done better than anyone else in town. They do absolutely first-class work. Collier & Thompson is on Manchester and Baldwin, next to Uncle Bill's Pancake House. Collier & Thompson, come home to quality online at collierandthompson.com.
The choice of a lawyer is important and shouldn't be based on an ad.
After a serious car accident, people have two questions. Why me and what now? Well, no one knows why you, but I'm Terry Crouppen, and my law firm Brown & Crouppen sure can help with the what now. Car repairs, medical bills, lost wages, pain and suffering. We're Brown & Crouppen, and we've got all those answers. All you have to do is call 222-2222.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan, and I am here with James Carlton of the Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency. James, I love getting emails from listeners who support the sponsors. Got one from a client of yours who switched, and you immediately saved him $1,000, and it meant the world to him.
The area that we're really having an impact on people's finances are people with drivers under the age of 25. We are seeing material savings for these types of clients, hundreds, if not even thousands of dollars per year.
James Carlton, Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency, 314-961-4800, or go online at carltoninsurance.net.
The world's largest sports book in Las Vegas is now right at your fingertips here in Illinois. Hi, I'm Derek Stevens. I'm a lifelong sports bettor, and I'm the owner of Circus Sports. We're excited about launching our Circus Sports app in Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high betting limits, tight money line splits, exceptional customer service, and more. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com. Start betting like a pro from anywhere in Illinois.
There's nothing more important than the look and feel of your home. So now's the time to make your home your retreat. Replace your tired old windows and doors with Marvin replacement products designed to improve comfort and efficiency. Fisher Window and Door Store, a reputable local company, will guide you through the entire replacement process. Their experts will help you make the right choice for your home, and they'll measure, design, and install your new windows and doors.
Hi, I'm Jim Fisher. Since 1941, the Fisher family has provided you with quality American-made building products, including Marvin Windows and Doors. Come visit one of our showrooms in Brentwood or East Alton, and let us help you increase the value of your home.
Bring that distinct sense of quality to every room with Marvin. Visit Fisher Window and Doors' huge newly remodeled showroom in Brentwood, or Fisher Lumber in East Alton, Illinois. Quality and comfort starts at Fisher Window and Door. Online at fisherwindow.com.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan, and I am here with Seth Goldcamp of Design Air Heating and Cooling, and I have been a long-time Design Air client. What separates you guys from everybody else?
It's becoming more common for companies to just get their foot in the door. They try to come up with different ways to upsell. They try to see how much they can make off of a customer, as opposed to, hey, we're in there to do a service. We're going to do it well. We're going to do it for a fair price.
I don't know how many emails I have received from our listeners who experienced the incredible customer service Design Air Heating and Cooling provides. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling, online at designairservice.com.
Elevate your performance. Pure Performance is your one-stop shop for all aftermarket modifications, known for their top quality work and outstanding customer service. It's officially Jeep and Bronco season. Pure Performance carries any accessory for your vehicle, old models to brand new. From sunshades, soft tops, trail doors, to off-road gear like bumpers and light bars, Pure Performance has you covered. Stop by the Pure Performance showroom at 3725 Harry S. Truman Boulevard in St. Charles, or visit pureperformance.com. That's PURperformance.com.
Stupiracy, the podcast where stupidity meets history and conspiracy. With hosts Scott Rizzuto and Tim McKernan. This whole thing is stupid. Check out the latest episode, available now. As Riz and Tim delve into the historical financial bubble known as Tulip Mania. Bless you. Explore how a simple flower bulb caused a massive economic crash in the 17th century Netherlands on the latest Stupiracy Now on Spotify, Apple, or YouTube. Presented by Evergreen Wealth Strategies. Visit evergreenstl.com or call Mark at 314-889-0503. And by Brown & Crouppen, 222-2222 or getbc.com.
Introducing the first ever TMA Banty Brew, a 16-ounce canned wheat ale with orange and coriander and an image of all 4 TMA boys across the front. The Banty Brew, a refreshing ale made with white wheat, ground coriander, and fresh whole oranges. Head to any Salt and Smoke location today to try the TMA Banty Brew. Must be 21 or older to consume or purchase. See the can at tmastl.com and find a participating location to try it for yourself. Brought to you by Charlottesville Brewery and Winery in St. Genevieve, Show Me Beverages, and Salt and Smoke. Find out more at tmastl.com. KPN-TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day. Now.
It's the Brown & Crouppen Morning After.
On KPNT HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis.
Oh, my ass hurts.
Do it.
Perv out, baby. Perv out.
Oh, my ass hurts.
Do it.
Said I'm never lacking, always pistol packing with them automatics. We gonna send them to heaven. Wait. Hey, whoa.
Perv out, baby. Perv out.
Because you know what? I'm a stepdad. I'm a slut.
Oh. Stick it in me bum. Stick it in me bum. Stick it in me bum. Stick it in me bum.
Oh, my ass hurts. Oh, my ass hurts.
Is Raby?
Why is our audience so dirty?
He made this remix, yeah.
He did. Much of this was taken out of context to become a hit single. I have a void dungeon. I have a void dungeon. What's a toot sleeve? Tunnels, 12,000. What's a toot sleeve? Toot sleeve. Toot sleeve.
The VMAs last night?
Toot sleeve. Tunnels, 12,000.
Can't say pop without the smoke.
I'm an old. I'm a borderline fat. Toot sleeve.
Rap remix of the year. Nominees are Doug Vaughn.
Toot sleeve.
This beat is sick.
Stick it in me bum.
It's hard to dance to.
No, drill music. Gets dirty.
Stick it in me.
5P Academy and Hustle and Heart Sports Performance, 9 o'clock hour. Welcome. TMA, it's presented to you by Brown & Crouppen and JEFFLOTTMANN.com. Jeff Lotman's on the line, is what I hear. Tell Collier Thompson phone lines. Morning, Jeff.
Good morning, gentlemen. I'm so thrilled to come in right after that.
Couldn't be sorrier.
All that shenanigans. And, Doug, I can assure you my ass does not hurt.
Oh,
nice. Clip that off. Clip that off. Yep.
Those words
That's
were taken out
realty.
of context. This was done after I had a colonoscopy.
Oh, well, hopefully everything came out all right with that. But,
it's fine.
I'm so glad that I followed that, though.
Yeah, it's awkward, I know. Very, very awkward.
Well, as long as you're doing all right, it's good.
I'm fine. I'm fine. It sounds like you are as well.
Absolutely. Hey, Jeff, how's the home market?
You know what, Tim? I think I know you're pretty astute to it and follow it, and I think the tide's turning a little bit. I think it's becoming a little bit more of a balanced market. There's a little bit more inventory. The interest rates are coming down. It's 17-month low, and I think they're going to come down a little bit more. So, you know what? I think consumer confidence is a tad bit higher. So, you know what? All in all, I think it's pretty good.
Nice. Here we go. Sunday charge.
Still a really, really good time to sell, I would imagine.
It is. I think it's an excellent time to sell. And again, the inventory is not back to where we need it, but I think it's creeping up. And I still think the more affordable markets are selling a little bit aggressively. And then as you move up in price, I think it's becoming a little bit more balanced. So it is, especially coming into the fourth quarter. You know, you've got a lot of cash buyers. You've got a lot of companies in St. Louis that try to move their their employees in and get them into town before the end of the year. So the fourth quarter has always been a really good time to sell because it's serious buyers looking.
I bet every realtor in town has their eyes on Jim Edmonds' house. They'd like to sell that, wouldn't they?
Boy, that's a beautiful home, and it's like a hotel back there. He's done a nice job with that. But yeah, I would love to find a buyer for that. That's a beautiful home.
Doug and I are thinking on going on it together, but we don't want to put any money down.
Right.
Do you have any information on that?
I think you have a lot of lenders that follow the show that they could maybe have some ideas on that. But, I'd go in with you on that, too.
Oh,
that
nice.
I think we could each have a wing and still have about 5,000 square feet to ourselves. It'd be fantastic.
Okay, sounds like a go.
Nice.
And please, no credit checks.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. Good thing Matt Holliday moved off that street a long time ago, because I'm sure he would see the neighborhood going to heck.
Yeah, probably isn't good for property value if we move in and start doing remotes.
It could be fun, though.
Yeah, I think Holiday was always really receptive when we showed up at Cardinal camp, so I'm sure he'd love us as a neighbor.
Yeah.
He would really
Knocking on
enjoy
the
that.
door.
Jeff is online at JEFFLOTTMANN.com. He's a part of Compass Realty. I've told the audience about Compass Concierge, and it's a hell of a way to get your home ready to go if you are going to be selling it. Jeff, would you elaborate on Compass Concierge for our audience?
Yeah, sure, it is. It's definitely unique to Compass, and it's a way for somebody that wants to do some updates to get it ready for market, whether it's painting, carpet, light remodel, staging. It's something that we can help them with, and it's a year loan and paid back at closing, and it's actually helped a lot of people. So you don't need to come out of your pocket to get the home ready. It goes into the house, and then hopefully all that cost is covered when we sell it. But it's a great program, and quite frankly, a lot of people, especially in the more affordable markets, have taken tremendous advantage of it. So it helps. It helps out immensely right now.
I bet staging is a really important thing, isn't it? You probably walk into some houses on the outside, you go, wow, this is nice. And you go inside and you go, oh my God, what happened here? And it can really make a difference.
I think it's huge. I think, you can get significantly more money with that. And even if you declutter your own home and have somebody come in and rearrange your stuff and add to your stuff, staging, in my opinion, is essential, especially the vacant homes. I think it gives the consumer ideas of how they can live in it. Plus, it makes the house a lot better. And frankly, the staging is usually a lot better than, say, my stuff. So if I ever sold my home, of course, I'd want a stager to come in here and bring all their cool stuff.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Jeff Lotman can help you if you're looking to buy or sell a home. JEFFLOTTMANN.com. I know you enjoy wagering. Do you have any plays this weekend that you like? Doug loves Boston College getting 17.
Lottie's Locks.
Lottie's Locks.
You know what? I think I'd probably take the points there, too. I think Boston College with Bill O'Brien is a well-coached team. They got a very athletic quarterback. Early game in Columbia. I think Missouri covers or wins that, but I don't think they cover. But you know what I love LSU coming off that loss, and I just think with them going to South Carolina -7, I think that's an easy cover, but who knows? And then also I like Kansas coming off the Illinois loss and Barry Odom coming to town, so I would lay the 7 and take Kansas over UNLV at home and LSU -7 at South Carolina. But what do I know?
All right, Doug, we got Lottie's Locks.
He knows a lot.
Yeah, you're damn right he does. He's got $500 million in sales and real estate in 2 decades, plus he's got college football inside word. What else can we ask for here?
That's what we want.
Jeff, always enjoy the conversation, and I'm going to put, I guess, $3 million on each one of those. And then I shall have 9, and then I'll buy Edmund's house. I guess we'll do that.
That'd be great. And then let me know if you need you can rent. So, you know what, I'd be happy to rent half a wing.
Yeah, I guess I could rent some of that out.
Rent to own.
Yeah, rent to own. I think they're doing a rent to own product now in Frontenac, so that'll be good. Thank you, Jeff.
All right, gentlemen, thanks. Have a great weekend.
You too.
Thank you.
JEFFLOTTMANN.com. Sabrina Carpenter, Shawn Mendes, and Camila Cabello lit up the VMAs with their performances, serving up juicy love triangle playlists that had everyone reading between the lines. Sabrina was in her zone Wednesday night, belting out Taste right in front of Sean. Awkward, as the song's rumored to be all about him ditching her for Camila after their short-lived fling. Did you find that to be awkward?
Very, very awkward. I didn't even know what to say to my loved ones. We just kind of left it alone.
Yeah.
There are no words that are appropriate.
And then Sean followed with a performance of Nobody Knows, with lyrics like, quote, flying too close to the sun, an apparent nod to Camila's Instagram bio, which reads, long, thick black hair turned white from flying too close to the sun.
Oh, gosh.
But Camila wasn't missing out on the phone.
Okay.
She hit the stage too, performing June Gloom and Godspeed, both dripping with references to Sean.
Right. Are these written by, like, middle schoolers who are impressed by all this and really think it's cool? Is that what's happening here? First time writing assignment?
I think this is Missouri journalism school.
Maybe.
Wait till Taylor Swift breaks up. Her song will be, what a travesty.
Oh, that'd be a great song.
Book it.
Yeah, she's probably writing it now.
Jackson, you and your buddies watch the VMAs?
No. I like a lot of the artists. Like, I really like Sabrina Carpenter. I think I like her music a lot. And Camila Cabello, of course, had Havana with Young Thug. That song's a banger.
Green Day won anything?
Green Day?
Yeah, they were up for maybe best video or best song.
No way, they were up for best song. No way. Did they even have a new song to be available?
Yeah, they do. They were promoting it.
Well, I don't know. That seemed like crowdsourcing to me. I don't know if they won anything or not.
They're not nominated for best song or artist.
I don't know what they were promoting on their page, saying keep voting first for the VMAs.
It might have been they did the best VMA performance ever kind of award. I think that's why Katy Perry was. Well, she won also a different award.
Sabrina isn't on Taylor or Olivia's level, Bay. That's from Mrs. Janie Shanahan.
Olivia Rodrigo, yeah, I would agree. But I don't know. I like Sabrina Carpenter. She's dating that Barry Keoghan. Woof woof.
What in the world's gotten into you?
What?
Barry Keoghan, woof woof?
He's such a good actor.
Green Day sucks. Thanks. That's from Los Lonely Boys.
They were up for Rock Song of the Year for Dilemma.
Okay, fair. Thank you, Kurt.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Chairman, how's the freedom of information going back there?
I'm focused on getting the podcast up, but come 10:01, I'm all over it.
Okay. Good. That'll be good.
And you're deposing Jody?
If she doesn't cooperate, there's going to be a situation.
She's got a lot of explaining to do.
Might have to have a word with John Kiowski, too.
I just email him.
Mm-hmm. Ask them what they know about the hat, and is it possible you could get a new mattress?
Or someone's wacko's talking about Taylor Swift taking more than Kai. What does that mean?
Taking more than Kai.
I don't know what that means.
Did you leave out a word or two there?
Taylor Swift takes more than Kai.
Nice hole, Kai. Makes sense when you text it.
I think he got so excited that he left out a couple words.
I think
he's so fast.
He's missing one noun in particular that we could not say on the FCC rules. Probably takes more.
Okay.
Love?
Love is Tim's on the money there. Yeah. If I had to guess, I don't know.
Okay.
But bad text either way.
Oh, okay.
Just being honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, we shouldn't have to guess what you mean.
No, we shouldn't. We shouldn't.
If you want $50, come up with a topic for balloon party. Jackson is acknowledging, and I respect it, that he just doesn't have it today. Yeah. And so I'm just like, okay, I got my Venmo ready, $50, I'll put it in. It's just going to you. Email me, tmckernan@InsideSTL.com.
Has to be a sports topic?
Yes.
Whatever gets my synapses firing.
Okay.
Probably can't go into the Katy Perry tribbing thing as much as I'd like to.
Yeah.
I can go into it, but maybe not for the full hour.
Yeah, we'll touch on it. Tee-hee.
You will.
Yeah.
I actually was watching that live, and I thought, they just tribbed.
Yeah, I saw the video after the fact, and I was like, oh, serious Sappho's is going on.
Yeah, they kind of made out a little, or they're about to. You know what we finished off last night? No spoilers. the David Chase thing, and you haven't watched that yet.
I know,
I'm stunned. What are you doing? Too many video games?
Yeah, I was telling you about it like 6 months ago.
I know.
And I still haven't seen it. I know. Documentaries are tough sometimes for me.
So surprising that you're not documentary.
Not into documentaries. But I do want to watch this really bad because I want to see the behind-the-scenes stuff. That's what I'm most interested in. Like, I respect David Chase and think he's a genius, but, like, my interest in him is a lot less than, like, the making of The Sopranos. That's where my interest
Because you're a cinephile.
He is a cinephile.
I just love The Sopranos so much. It's just unbelievable.
I watched it, Tim.
television.
Is there anything to spoil that you really? I mean, there's some little tidbits here and there about the, when they were auditioning and things like that, and who.
Yeah, that was really interesting.
Yeah,
that was really.
The guy who played Richie Aprile was supposed to be Tony, right? Did they get into that? David Proval.
I don't think they necessarily got into that actually.
That was always the story.
Well, actually, the guy who Richie Aprile, tried out for Tony Soprano.
Right.
And a lot of these people tried out for different roles, and they didn't get the roles, but they're so good they put them in other roles.
That's correct.
They created the Paulie Walnuts role for Tony Sirico, right? That was at least my interpretation.
They created the Sill role for
Little Stevie.
Little Stevie.
Because he also tried out for Tony, right?
He did.
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
He did.
I don't see that
But
one. He wouldn't
Chase
have been
wanted
as
him
good.
to. Chase saw him do an acceptance speech at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 97 or 8 and said, this guy is perfect for this. And they had come in and read for Tony Soprano's part. And HBO's like, yeah, he's good, but not for the lead on this thing.
Right.
And then so David Chase wrote the Sill character for Steven Van Zandt.
It's hard to believe how they would have looked anywhere beyond the main.
Gandolfini.
Yeah, after you saw him.
Well, yeah, once you see it, he's so perfect. Like,
You can't imagine anybody else doing it.
I thought it was interesting that they don't ever talk about, I don't know what the kid who played AJ's name is.
Robert Eiler.
Thank you. And Jamie Lynn Sigler.
Yeah.
They interview everybody else. I mean, obviously a number of people have passed, but I thought, I wonder if like they do a podcast
They
together
do.
now.
They do.
Yeah.
And I wonder if they've said something that pissed off.
I can't imagine.
I don't know.
They speak with such reverence about that
Right. So it
entire
was just
time.
surprising to me that they weren't interviewed.
Yeah, really.
I think they had David Chase on their podcast.
Hell, I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
they just. But I mean,
I see snippets
they
of it.
had Dre De Matteo on there, Edie Falco on there, Steven Van Zandt on there. I mean, obviously Gandolfini's passed, Tony Sirico's passed. I don't know. I just thought that they would be interviewed.
Yeah, you would think so. Just about basically growing up on that show.
Yeah.
And I did find it funny that if David Chase wouldn't have called James Gandolfini back, he walked out in the middle of his audition and said, I suck.
Yes, they did. Oh, they talked about them.
And he just walked out. And then David Chase said, come back in and do it again. I think he did it at his house or something. And then he killed it.
So good. Like, we all, like, you can, like, talk about, like, who's your favorite Sopranos character? The best one. Like, Tony is the answer. Like, you always want to go, like, off the beaten path, but, like,
He's
Tony,
the show, really.
Yeah, it's Tony and Carmela. Like, without them, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
They're so good.
If you like that, Tim, I came across it after I got done watching it. You know, they put stuff you may also like.
No.
And I didn't know Steve Sciarippa and Michael Imperioli do a podcast.
Yes, I knew they do a
Talking
podcast.
Sopranos, that's what's
It's pretty good. I watched the first two, and the first one they just
Oh,
went
they're
into-
video podcasts?
Yeah.
Oh, God bless. I
And
didn't
they
know
show
that.
clips of things and too, so it's
Really?
really good.
Oh, wow.
And the first,
I knew it was audio, but I've never listened to
but
it.
if you like it, you should. If you like it, it's pretty good. They talked the first season because Sciarippa didn't come in until season 2. So
Doug Bobby Bacala.
So the pilot episode is basically Michael talking about auditions and things behind the scenes the first season, how long it took before they got picked up after the pilot. And then each episode is going to that episode. Like episode 2 is talking about the first episode, second episode, third episode, fourth episode.
Nice.
It's pretty good.
Nice.
Okay.
Guys, Johnny Cakes was originally written for Doug to play, but he backed out when KMOV offered him Sports Sunday. That's from Mr. Big Cream.
Yeah.
You were supposed to play the role of Johnny
Very
Cakes.
very close to it.
Can you imagine him?
Almost took the role. Almost took it.
Could you have
Yeah,
grown?
instead, Cletus took it.
Yeah, you could have grown the mustache. That'd be great.
Went to a gay bar dressed in leather chaps and
That's why I wanted the picture.
That was Vito. That's how Vito got caught.
died
That
with
was a
pool
tough
stick
spot.
up your
Yeah,
ass.
Really
tough
tough
spot.
I started to go
No, we
back.
don't kink shame, you know?
I do. I started to go back and rewatch The Sopranos a few months ago, and then I thought, wait a minute, this is such a such a commitment to watch the whole darn thing again. I don't think I've got it in me.
No.
But you can just go back to random episode, and if you watch the intro beforehand to catch up the context of the season, it's just great. It's just so good. Everything in it's amazing.
It really is.
There's a couple performances that are a little weird.
I thought it started a wee bit slow. The first episode.
Really? They kind of get you right into
with the
it.
Ducks in the pool.
Yeah,
the
pilot is much different than the rest of the show, I would say. Tonally, there's a little more a little more not campy, but it doesn't have the same tone as the rest of the show.
Not as gritty.
Yeah. Well, his voice changed in a major way during that first couple seasons. He gets really nasally as the show goes on.
Well, they actually thanked his first Emmy. He thanks, I think her name is Susan Anton, who is his dialect coach. He
the actress?
No, her name is Anton. I think it's Susan. But she was the dialect coach on that. And he said, I thank her because she basically made me Tony Soprano.
Yeah, and the interviews that they showed, obviously archives, he's so clearly a different human being than the character, but in public, people perceived him to be that guy. And Dre De Matteo was talking about how she immediately, once she got the sense that she was going to get whacked, and they didn't know until they would do the table read if they were going to get whacked. And in her case, they actually shot 2 different endings for it because they didn't want it to get out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, how about that? And so she took a role on another show. And I wonder if it was that Matt LeBlanc Friends thing.
Right, yeah.
I think it was because she was on Matt LeBlanc Joey.
05?
Yeah. So I think and she said Chase was so pissed at her because she took the job. And so then people knew she was going to be off Sopranos. So then that's how it got out.
Yeah, wow.
Anyway, you think she's been with a woman?
No.
Yeah, she's on the OnlyFans now.
Being with women?
Nah, I don't know about that, but she's definitely on the OnlyFans.
If you have an OnlyFans account, have you been with a woman? Go.
No, not necessarily. It's much more likely.
I agree with you.
Much
50-50.
more likely.
Doug,
I don't think she gets naked either. I've searched for nude leaks, nothing out there.
Oh, jeez.
You've done your due diligence?
Yeah, I think she maybe dresses in lingerie or something. I don't think she gets naked.
Virgin, sounds like you have a James Gandolfini down next to your Quinn Snyder pillow, you simp. That's
is this like the thing you do is I like something, therefore I want to have sex with it?
Yeah.
What kind of grow?
I'd bang a White Castle, I guess. I don't know.
Right. Oh, I liked this movie. Oh, you want to have sex with it? Jesus.
That's worst character by far is Tony's mom. That's from Brian. Is it Schwabe or Schwabe?
Disagree. Major disagree. I think she is
kind of annoying.
Yeah, but the
but
performance.
That was the goal.
Yeah, the performance is so good. If you really hate somebody, I always go to Joffrey Lannister. If you hate them that much, that means the acting performance is outstanding because you're supposed to hate them. It's supposed to be the antagonist.
That was supposedly his mom in real life. That's what she was like. A lot of those characters are based on David Chase.
Marchand, right? Her last name's Marchand. She died, and they had the worst CGI in movie history.
I couldn't agree with you more.
The worst CGI in American history. After the actress had passed away, they had to do one more scene, and they superimposed her head on it's unbelievable how bad the CGI is. It takes you out of the show.
I didn't even notice it.
Oh, it's bad. You should look it up. You should look up Sopranos CGI.
Tell me what to look up.
Fair. Fair. Don't scoff at me. Tell me I'm wrong.
Okay.
Donald Greca.
Jackson looks like Ralphie from The Sopranos. That's from Fungo, who
been
makes
told
the
that for a long
wings.
time.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Been told that for Joey Pants. Yeah, I've been told that for a long time.
I don't see it in the slightest, really.
Well, he had that fake, the blonde toupee.
Mm-hmm.
That's a toupee.
And didn't Tony kill him in his kitchen?
Spoiler alert!
Some sort of fight.
Yeah, well, he killed Pyomai. Well,
spoiler alert!
Electrical fire. And then Joey Pants, Ralphie, sprayed them with insecticide right in the eyeballs.
Yeah.
They should have killed him after he beat up the stripper.
Yeah, that was brutal. That's a brutal scene.
He was also in
Midnight Run.
Yeah, but what was the Tom Cruise movie where he became a pimp to make money?
Risky Business.
Risky Business. He was
He was Guido the Killer Pimp.
Yeah, he was the guy selling his furniture, right?
Yeah, Joey Pants.
Yeah.
Guido the Killer Pimp. She was a hua T. That's of the life coach.
He did say hua. He always would say hua.
Gabagool and hua.
Yeah.
They were entered into the American Lexicon 99 to 2007.
She was a hua.
Manigot. Can't say manicotti. Manigot.
Yeah, a lot of times they leave off that last syllable.
That's a Jersey thing.
Yeah.
Steak pizzole.
Amaret.
No, anyway, if anybody knows if Dre De Matteo's been with a woman, let me know. 314-881-TMA5. Jackson looks like Jeffrey from Game of Thrones. That's from Sheridan Clayton.
I could see that. The Boy King. Joffrey,
I'll call you the Boy King on Balloon Party. Watch them lose their minds.
Yeah, I'll be the Boy
The
King.
Boy King has nothing today. So, if you want to win $50, somebody's got a topic that I know you'd get the Swing Haven board member, too. How about this? And then I'd have to Venmo the Swing Haven board member, and then I'd have the Swing Haven board member's name, and then we can dox the Swing Haven board member, which I would, of course, never do.
I will.
No, then we can't do it. But his question was, this will get Jackson going. Tim, us boys in our 40s and early 50s got to witness the GOATs of so many sports. Does Jackson feel the boys in their 20s and 30s will get to see anybody better? It's a Swing Haven board member.
I grew up with a GOAT.
You
People won't like it, though.
You're going to say LeBron?
Yeah.
And you take LeBron over MJ?
Personally.
Or Wilt Chamberlain?
Yes.
Don't you dare scoff it. I invite you to look up the numbers on Wilt Chamberlain. The stilt. The Big Dipper.
Well, Braun has more points than him, so.
Nobody was as dominant as Wilt.
Shaq.
Nope.
I'd take Shaq every day of the week.
Look at Chamberlain's stats.
Look at Shaq.
Just look at his stats.
This is a pointless argument because you can't compare across eras, but Shaq would have put up 100 at that time.
Wrong.
Okay. I respect and love Wilt Chamberlain. I think he's an unbelievable player, but it's a product of the time.
Aren't they all?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's impossible to compare across eras. So it's a pointless conversation. However, I take Braun as the greatest, but that's just me. But people are going to get really mad about it because he's the Hoosier Antichrist.
The Hoosier Antichrist.
Right.
LeBron James is the Hoosier Antichrist. Really? What is that about? I've never heard this take.
No.
People get upset about him for kneeling for the national anthem, things
As
like
did
that.
every
That
other
makes
player in the NBA.
That doesn't make you a Hoosier because you get upset by that, does it?
No, but my point stands.
Boy, you just snipped off a sentence there, too. Like
I can't get too far into it. I just don't.
I do have a
There's
question.
nothing. A take is never worth it.
I would like them to.
I disagree.
I would like these athletes that kneel to elaborate a little more because Brittany Griner doesn't kneel for the kneels for the national anthem. But then when the team won the gold medal at the Olympics, she stood for the national anthem. Why didn't you kneel when that was playing then? Do you just pick and choose when you want to do it?
Yes, is the answer to that.
It's quite stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Time to take a break.
Well, I'm just asking the question because it makes no sense. I mean, if you believe in that, fine, do it. But don't pick and choose when you want to do it. You're going to do it every time it plays.
Yeah. But don't sleep on Wilt.
I'm not. I think Wilt Chamberlain's one of the greatest basketball players of all time.
And he played in an era where there were a lot of other 7-foot centers.
No, I know. I'm aware that I know. But I would take Shaq personally. And I think the basketball community agrees with me more than they're agreeing with you. No offense.
Maybe your age, who didn't get to see some of the great players of past years.
Yeah, that's
because people tend to think whoever's the greatest when they're young is the greatest ever.
So would you not admit that you're kind of falling into that?
Yes.
So you think Wilt Chamberlain's better than Jordan? And I'm not like challenging. I'm curious, like that mindset, because in my mind it's like it's Jordan. Even though I loved the Lakers growing up, and loved Magic Johnson, I would say Jordan. But at the same time, the truth is, it's not like I'm watching NBA all the time. Even though I certainly watched a lot when I was a kid.
And with these guys, it's like comparing football players.
Different eras.
Different positions.
Right, yeah.
It's like, who's better, Tom Brady or Lawrence Taylor? Well, they played completely different positions. Yeah. Not quite as drastic in basketball. Still pretty drastic when you got one 7-footer playing under the basket, blocking shots and hauling down 50 rebounds a game, as opposed to a guard type shooting 3-pointers.
Best baseball player you've seen in your life?
Best I've seen? Oh.
Like, I feel like we're going to have the same answer if
I was just a kid, but Willie Mays, I guess, would have been the guy.
All right. So I'm thinking of somebody in the Willie Mays family, at least the lineage, I suppose, however it is with his godfather, right? Mays was Bonds. Barry Bonds, but I mean, I wasn't around for Mays, so I don't know. But Barry Bonds was the guy who was like, he's up, he's either going to get walked, hit a billion-mile-an-hour line drive, or hit a home run. And that went on even when he was in Pittsburgh. I mean, it got extreme when he was in San Francisco. I realize that you then have the connotation of whatever contributed to it. But as far as, and that went on for a pretty good long while, too, because he was with the Pirates. I don't know if he was with the Pirates in the late 80s, started there. And then, I don't know when he wrapped up with the Giants, mid-aughts. But either way.
That season he had when he set the home run record was just unbelievable.
Yeah, you just couldn't get him out. Doug met Babe Ruth when he was a freshman. That's from the 830 Recreator.
First year at Channel 4. Yeah.
Oh, is that right? So he was on the Sports Sunday side?
Yeah.
Hi, Jackson. Is there any crossover between Hoosier Antichrist and Boomers United? That's from Big Tuft.
No, not necessarily. Boomers United. I forget I said that.
Today's WNBA update is brought to you by Mid-River's TJ Maxx Last Chance Rack. That's from Mrs. Janny Shanahan.
Funny.
You just missed it.
Who would you consider the greatest point guard of all time? Magic Johnson or Steph Curry?
It's tough. Like pure point guard, I'd go Magic, but like actual like basketball player, I'd probably take Steph. I mean, the greatest shooter of all time.
Is Iggy auditioning for Outkick? Skip to the emails, Tim. Some Kwame Voyukas the fourth.
Outkick. Oh, the kneeling for the anthem thing?
People who think LeBron over MJ bottom. That's from Chairman Stephen Wild.
I'm afraid that's probably true.
You're afraid.
Yeah.
I like the way you phrased that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're a little hesitant to say.
I'm just afraid it is.
God almighty. Tim, you have to Venmo Mrs. Swinghaven board member. She handles all our Venmo. It's from the Swinghaven board member. Well, then Iggy, at that point, will know she's real.
Yeah, unless he's calling that girl he used from Facebook. All right, go ahead. I'm going to give him your name, and then you can just give me the money.
In the 1961-62 season, Wilt Chamberlain averaged 50.4 points a game and 25.6 rebounds.
I know the numbers.
There's never been a player dominate like that.
But do you think it's weird that no one's done that since then and no one considers Wilt Chamberlain the GOAT?
Well, no one's done a lot of the things Babe Ruth did either.
People have had more home runs than he's had, better numbers than he's had.
You can't go by one season. I know he had a great career, but you throw one season. I mean, there's nobody has ever, the last person to ever lead the league in scoring and assist in the same year was Nate Archibald. And probably people don't even consider him probably one of the top 10 point guards of all time.
Well, this is not just one season for Wilt.
Well, that's the one you brought up.
Well, that's was probably his best season, but it wasn't just one season. He's right there. I know if you didn't see him, you couldn't appreciate him, but he was right there with the greatest who've ever done it.
I don't disagree at all. But for me, Bron's the greatest. And if you're asking me best center, I'm going to say Shaq or Kareem. That's just me, though. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Like I said, it's so hard to compare across eras. The game has changed miles and miles from 1960. It's changed crazy since 2000. So it's just hard to compare. Yeah. That's why I find it pointless.
It's easier to play now because they don't play by the rules. They travel. They pick the ball up. They do. They just do. They get away with things you could have never done a couple decades ago.
So because something was done one way forever, that makes it the only way it should be done in the future?
I'm saying it's easier now.
It is.
It's easier to score. It's easier to get away with travel. It absolutely 100% is. You watch the old films and videos, they had to actually dribble on the top of the ball. They actually could only take a step and a half. They couldn't take 3 and 4 steps sometimes to make a showboat dunk. It's easier now for the stars. It just is. Good or bad. Maybe it's better for the entertainment value, but it's easier for them. It's easier for them to score points because you can get 3-pointers now as opposed to just 2s.
I'm with you there.
When did the 3-second violation come into play? Was that back in Wilt's day?
Wilt and Kareem.
Because he used to just camp out there. He didn't have to move. He didn't have to back in. He just stood there.
No, they had it when he was.
Gentlemen, I gotta land the plane. I have a live read, then we have the emails of the day. You can come down the hallway though. We can carry the debate over.
Okay.
Because it's a wide berth Thursday?
Yeah, sure.
Schaefer Door Company sponsored the text inbox, SCHAEFER, door.com. Call or text 636-782-3608. It's going to get the quickest response time. They service all kinds of garage doors for service and new installs. And they have Monday morning standby service for those doors that break over the weekend. It's SchaeferDoor.com, SCHAEFER, door.com. Call or text 636-782-3608. Schaefer Door, a Clopay Master Authorized dealer. They are hiring as well. If you want to work with Jason Gossrow at Schaefer Door, go to schaeferdoor.com. Ladies and gentlemen, time for the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email of the day. Big month so far for Kevin Miller.
All right.
4 wins. He's got a 3-goal lead. Mark Twain said the 2 most important days in your life are the day you were born and the day you figure out why. And my why was to listen to Tim McKernan. But this email is about fighting off age by anal. 1981, Boer South Lindbergh, weekly beer league, and Uncle Skip's drinking buddy Tony was a little down. His 40th birthday and not a lot going on. So the team decided to cheer him up. After the game, they went down to the pond to surprise party. Pitcher James put a blindfold on Tony for his big surprise. Then the starting line up got naked and laid on their backs. Tony looked like he was doing squats in a cucumber patch. Then the plot thickened a lot because shortstop Randy had himself a 12-incher, and Tony got stuck on top.
Oh.
Tony started screaming in pain, and somebody had to shut him up, and that somebody was umpire Ricky. Ricky just whipped out his hog and acted like he was loading the clowns in the cannon, muffling Tony's screams, turning them into a violent gag reaction. Is this the filtered file, or am I in the unfiltered?
That's a filtered file.
Oh, gosh.
All of us with a mixture of spit and Rick's noodle wax. That's some Wilma, and then her last name is Fingerdew.
Wilma Fingerdew.
Morning, boys. I'm marrying the fair lady Backfat in a few weeks, and I'd like Doug to walk me down the aisle and give me away.
That's her name? Fair Lady Backfat? Oh.
After the ceremony, we'll head out for a few pics in the park, and then Doug and I could dance to our favorite song, Kiss from a Rose, because he's always been my power, my pleasure, my pain.
No.
If Doug can't make it, obviously we are granting him the rights of Prima Nocta, which covers By Myself and Lady Backfat. Please stop by Upper Afton at your convenience and take what's yours. Sorry for yelling. I'll hang up now and listen. That's from Upper Afton Backfat.
Upper Afton Backfat.
This morning, an old heavy breather spoke to me in the elevator. I was just trying to do my job, and this old man dressed head to toe in orange like an elderly Ricky Fowler would not stop yapping. I eventually had to make up something nonsensical about my fake uncle being the quarterback at the University of Alabama. I threw out some random crap about my uncle winning the Rose Bowl while I was stuck at a dead-end job restocking vending machines. But even that didn't end the miserable conversation. The senior citizen rambled on and on about some party planning committee he's on with, quote, his work wife. Even though I get the vibe that he's 30 years younger and not even remotely interested in him. He yammered on about something called the Hubby Awards, where he gets to rank the hottest men in the office building. This old man claimed he's not gay, but I can tell he's the type of guy who would deliver coffee to his male best friend, if you know what I mean.
Oh.
That's the Hubbard delivery guy.
Gosh. Hubbard delivery guy.
I said one word to the guy.
He's new.
Hi.
And he told you about his uncle winning back-to-back Rose Bowls in Alabama?
I had the Tennessee hat on.
Oh, my God. And Young, I'm being told the Colts have a bye this week, bye week this season. Working to confirm. Thanks, number one Asian intern Brian Henshin. I gave up my seat on the flight to Green Bay to help get to the bottom of this hat thing. Also, I thought it was a neutral site game in Syracuse, New York. Oopsies. Brian Henshin.
Brian Henshin.
Ours is the type of presentation where listeners feel free to drop in at any time and bring their male friends coffee. So back in February, Iggy was complaining about the coffee machine being broken, and he didn't want to wait for the coffee technician Jody to arrive at 8:30, so he begged the listeners to bring him coffee before qualifying it that it has to be someone he knows, like Mr. Smith. Smitty ended up bringing in coffee paid for by Stephen Wildwood, and that was good enough for Jackson's Lister of the Month. Thanks to a sus poll where Jackson got Plowsy and Iggy to vote for the same person. Then Jackson mumbled something about a quorum while Tim and Doug were completely shut out of the process. Hey, you guys want to hear a story about this soda vending machine guy I met in the elevator? No? Well, I'm going to tell it anyway because it's such a good story. You see, his uncle led Alabama to back-to-back Rose Bowls. No, I didn't ask his uncle's name. I almost surely got the school and or the bowl game mixed up because Alabama didn't play in any Rose Bowls between 1947 and 2020, much less back-to-back games. Let's say you went to Brown and you banged 500 women in your day, some without a condom on a remote island, but no woman ever bothered tracking you down to hit you up for child support because you don't have any money, as you've spent the last 3 decades working in local radio, and now you're old and probably couldn't even lay an Towny at the motel down the street from Jack of all fades, but you still creep on your 25-year-old female volunteer guest host by showing her a Reagan-era Speedo pic before pleasuring yourself to Aubrey Plaza and Dirty Grandpa. That's from Buck Swope. And Doug, that's what we
Nice
have
email, Buck.
for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today.
Just because it may be the only time we get to hear from him, and the email was pretty good, I'm going to go with the Hubbard delivery guy.
Swope.
Buck Swope is one.
Damn it, Lucas.
Congratulations.
Email today. Congratulations. Well, it's really wide open down the hallway, Doug. Somebody can win $50 by sending in a deep dive topic.
That'd be nice.
It's coming your way. Maybe you want to go down there and argue about Wilt Chamberlain and LeBron Jackson.
I guess we could.
In the Hoosier Antichrist?
Yeah, they don't like Bron.
Hoosier Antichrist. Is that the title of the segment, Chairman?
It was.
Nice, there it is.
I didn't have one at the time, and that fit perfectly.
Okay. Hoosier
Get down there,
Antichrist.
Doug. Get some exposure.
Yeah.
I need
begging for
exposure. That's what I want more than anything.
Time for us to shut it down. Closing out the 5P and Hustle and Heart 9 o'clock hour for Jackson Bennett, Burkett, Chairman Kirk, Kenneth Iggy Stroh, my brother Kevin Douglas Lavoe, and it's Return of the Spin. The morning after presented to you by Brown and Crouppen.
Another blues season is coming. Get ready for the second annual Blues and Brews event, Friday, September 20th at the Anheuser-Busch Brewery. Get fired up for another blues season at the